This item was purchased by our guest in 1973 while working as a private pilot, scouting locations for a national restaurant chain in South Dakota and Nebraska. The Rolex Daytona is one of the most legendary chronographs in watchmaking, designed for professional race car drivers in need of a precise timing instrument. This particular piece has reference number 6263, and it features a triple register chronograph designed for precision timing.
And it's a triple register chronograph. 3 register, here's the buttons for functioning.
Notably, it features a solid gold case with a black enamel bezel, a design favored by pilots and race car drivers. This design became iconic as the Paul Newman Daytona because of the actor's famous association with it in the late 60s and 70s. Paul Newman was an American actor, race car driver, philanthropist, and entrepreneur. While famous for his Hollywood career, he also left a lasting impact on motorsports and charity work. His influence continues to be felt in film, motorsports, and watch collecting, making him one of the most beloved figures of the 20th century. Manufactured between the late 1960s and early 1970s, the Daytona was designed for racing and precise timing, making it highly sought after by collectors. Remarkably, it was accompanied with the original box, OtterBox, and even the original receipt. It has been remarkably preserved over the years.
And the condition of the watch is wonderful. It doesn't look like you wore it much at all.
That's correct. I have it.
Why did you stop wearing it?
I just felt it was too nice a watch to wear every single day.
Today, considering its provenance, excellent condition, and complete set of original packaging, in the current market, it would easily fetch.
Easily bring $100,000.
Oh my gosh. I had no idea that it would be that much. I'm in disbelief.
Tucked beneath a cuff, wrapped around a wrist, this tiny timekeeper might just be worth a fortune. This family treasure was passed down from the guest's father, a keepsake from his service during the Second World War. While serving as a translator for Italian prisoners at a POW camp in Princeton, Texas, he acquired this watch from one of them.
My dad either bought the watch off of a prisoner or traded something or another. I'm not exactly sure.
The appraiser immediately recognizes the piece. It's a Panerai Radiomir, reference number 3646. Interestingly, this watch was made in collaboration with the Swiss luxury brand Rolex, blending Italian design with Swiss precision. The Radiomir name refers to the radium-based luminescent material used on the dial, a technique perfected by Panerai. This particular model was manufactured specifically for the Italian Navy, designed as a high-performance diver's watch.
So this was a diver's watch. It's gigantic. Why? Because the very large strap that once went on this had to fit over the wetsuit. They had to have the luminous, that radio mirror. They had to be large so they could see them through their goggles.
Adding to its rarity, the movement inside this watch is actually a Rolex pocket watch movement, repurposed for military use. The thick, heavy yellowed cover over the dial was originally clear but has transformed over the decades, a natural aging process. When the appraiser removes it, the stunning black dial underneath reveals the exceptional craftsmanship of both Rolex and Panerai. Only a limited number of these watches were ever produced. Estimates suggest just 1,000 to 2,000 were made exclusively for the Italian military. Dating back to the early 1940s, this model remains in remarkable condition, aside from the yellowing crystal.
The issues are the crystal that turned a bit yellow, and your dial, it's a celluloid dial. As we can see, it's starting to buckle a little bit, but it certainly is repairable.
If this piece were to come up at auction, it would conservatively be valued at.
This watch will bring $50,000 to $60,000.
Holy moly. That's a lot more than 7.
Pocket watches are elegant, intricate timepieces that evoke a sense of nostalgia and refinement. This exceptional timepiece originally belonged to the great-grandfather of this guest.
He was the owner of the St. Paul Pioneer Press and Dispatch back in 1914 when he received this watch, and it was handed down from him to my father, and then he gave it to me.
Notably, this pocket watch was crafted by the prestigious PATEK Philippe Company. The PATEK Philippe Company was founded in 1839 by Antoine Norbert de Patek and Adrien Philippe in Geneva, Switzerland. PATEK Philippe has earned a reputation for its meticulous craftsmanship, innovation, and commitment to quality. One of the standout features of this pocket watch is its split chronograph, a sophisticated complication that allows for precise timing and the recording of multiple events. Adding to its complexity, the watch also features a slide for chiming, making it a striking watch, an exceptional mechanism that produces a sound to indicate the time. Upon closer examination, it is evident that this pocket watch retains its original crystals and an 18-karat gold engine-turned case, both enhancing its desirability. Flipping the watch over reveals even more fascinating complications, showcasing the technical mastery behind this timepiece.
You have the day, the date, and the month, along with the moon phase. It's also a perpetual calendar which adjusts for leap year. It's a very complicated watch.
Accompanying the watch is a photocopy of the original warranty, which details some of its impressive features and further validates its authenticity. Interestingly, this Patek Philippe pocket watch has been previously appraised by the guest. In today's retail market, the value of this prestigious Patek Philippe pocket watch would command a whopping sum of,
I suspect would bring close to $250,000.
No.
Yes.
$250,000?
This is one incredible watch.
a ticking relic from the past. This watch might just outshine its modern counterparts in value. This exquisite pocket watch was inherited from the guest's father, who received it as a heartfelt gift from a dear neighbor.
His neighbor was a civil engineer, and his neighbor also ran a radio repair shop in his basement, and my dad helped him repair radios. And he actually told me that this man inspired him to go on to MIT, and so it's really special.
Crafted with an 18-karat gold case, this masterpiece was manufactured by the prestigious Smith & Son company in London, a watchmaker renowned for producing exceptional timepieces. Smith & Son was a name synonymous with precision, having crafted top-of-the-line chronometers for the British royalty, the Admiralty, and the Navy. Their reputation extended beyond Britain, as they were also known to have supplied watches to the King of Spain, a testament to their craftsmanship and prestige. This particular piece is a brilliant example of their work, featuring a winding indicator, an impressive function that allows the wearer to see how much power remains in the movement.
And I'm going to just give it a quick turn. As we turn the watch to wind it, watch that hand move. You see, do you see it's moving?
Okay.
And so that winding indicator would turn, and you would know when you wound the watch all the way up. You'd also know when you have to wind the watch again.
The case, made in 1904, is the work of Frederick Thomas, a highly respected English casemaker known for his expertise in crafting fine gold watch cases. The dial is made of porcelain, though it bears a faint hairline crack, an unfortunate blemish that will slightly impact its value. However, what truly sets this watch apart is its rare and sophisticated tourbillon, an advanced escapement mechanism designed to improve timekeeping accuracy.
When a watch lays flat, gravity is pulling on it and can affect the timekeeping of it. And if you turn the watch over, now gravity's pulling on it in another way.
Right.
So it was thought that if the escapement was constantly revolving, gravity would never be pulling on it in one particular direction.
Okay.
And therefore, it would be of the utmost accuracy.
Tourbillon movements are exceptionally rare in pocket watches, making this piece a true collector's item. Further adding to its significance, the back of the case bears the royal warrants of the King of Spain, confirming a direct connection to the Spanish monarchy. With the case alone weighing approximately 3 ounces of 18-karat gold, its intrinsic value is already substantial. Considering its history, rarity, and remarkable craftsmanship, the appraiser values this extraordinary timepiece at a sum of
between $40,000 to $50,000.
Oh my gosh, you're kidding.
No.
Wow. I had no idea.
A watch with a deep connection to the world of cars is a timepiece every man would love to own. This passion led our guest to this iconic Rolex Zenith Daytona watch, a masterpiece built for speed, precision, and style. Interestingly, this Rolex Daytona watch, having been worn and enjoyed outdoors, has only gained more character and charm over time.
I've worn this watch almost every day for 25 years. I've laid bricks and painted and built fences. As a matter of fact, this watch has been left on a picket fence more than once.
Adorned with organic varnish, this Rolex watch white subdials change color due to exposure to ultraviolet over time, making it unique and more desirable. This piece is one of the newer versions of the Daytona Cosmograph, dated 1994. It is specifically designed for racing drivers to measure elapsed time and calculate average speeds. A standout feature is its automatic winding movement, the legendary El Primero by Zenith, renowned for its precision and reliability. Additionally, the tachymetric scale, pushers, and 3 counters ensure precise timekeeping in hours, minutes, and seconds, a hallmark of the Daytona's functionality. Coming alongside this exceptional timepiece is its original warranty, box, bill of sale, and hang tags, all further elevating its value. Due to its precision engineering and timeless design, this Rolex watch is one of the most iconic and sought-after watches. With the timeless style, the paperworks, and the color-changing subdials, the Rolex watch is estimated to be worth
Almost doubles the value. This is $50,000 to $60,000 at auction right now.
Wow. I would not have thought that at all. Wow.
What makes a timepiece not just a tool for telling time, but a symbol of timeless elegance. Presented as a watch with deep sentimental value, originally owned by the guest's father and passed down through generations to its current owner.
It was given to him in lieu of cash for some work he did for someone, so I don't know that he actually paid money for it. I didn't wear it for very long. I was waiting tables at the time, and I thought having a Rolex on my wrist probably wasn't going to help my tips.
This Rolex Daytona 6263, a captivating blend of style and heritage, has intrigued the appraiser with its unique design and rich history.
The serial number on this watch dates it to 1980. They're still producing the Rolex Daytona. It's a different model, but it still looks very similar to this.
This mesmerizing timepiece, often referred to by collectors as a sports watch, combines rugged functionality with timeless elegance. Another remarkable feature of this watch is that it was crafted in Switzerland and boasts a screw-down crown, offering enhanced durability compared to a standard pusher.
It is a chronograph, which you see the pushers to start, stop, and reset on the side of the watch. On the bezel, you have a ring that you could calculate the speed of an object.
Today, the modern versions of this watch are highly sought after, as Rolex has become a favorite among collectors and watch enthusiasts. This particular Daytona, known as Big Red, is distinguished by the striking red script on the dial that spells Daytona. The Daytona is one of the most renowned and coveted watches in the world of horology. In a retail setting, given the condition of this watch, it would command a substantial price of
A retail value would be $70,000 to $90,000.
Okay.
Imagine holding a piece of history where timeless elegance meets extraordinary craftsmanship. Presented as a stunning diamond ring alongside 4 exquisite watches, each telling a unique story of luxury and legacy. Firstly, one of the watches, elegantly inscribed with the name Flato, showcasing the signature of its maker Paul Edmund Flato. Paul Edmund Flato was an American jeweler based in New York City from the 1920s to the early 1940s. Considered the first celebrity jeweler, he was well known for important jewelry and as an early proponent of whimsical pieces.
You don't see too many watches with his name on it. He died at 98 years old in 1999.
Also included in this collection is a purse which resembles the iconic Hermes Birkin or Kelly, known for its timeless elegance and craftsmanship. When the purse is opened, it reveals a hidden surprise, a watch, adding an intriguing twist to this luxurious accessory. Next, we have a stunning 1940s flexible rib bracelet, crafted with beautifully calibrated sapphires that catch the light with every movement.
Very interesting. You have steel with leather wrapped around it. Again, something you didn't see a lot back then. This is more what you would see today. And then we get to the one that I love. Very powerful 1940s retro watch. And we can see these beautifully calibrated sapphires set in the end.
Yes.
Given their exquisite craftsmanship and historical significance, at auction the entire collection of Flato's watches would command a substantial price of
At auction, $15,000 to $20,000.
Oh my.
Additionally, the ring, with its stunning design and craftsmanship, truly captivated the appraiser's awe. The ring features a diamond with EF color, indicating it is colorless, and has VS clarity, meaning it has very slight inclusions that are difficult to detect under magnification. In today's market, given the current condition of this ring, it would command a significant price of
Probably sell at auction for $200,000 to $250,000.
Oh, well, I'm glad you did. That made my day, my year.
But thanks for coming.
Well, thank you very much, Kevin. I appreciate it.
In the world of horology, few watches evoke the same level of excitement and reverence as the 1978 Rolex Daytona Cosmograph, a true icon of speed and style. This Rolex Daytona Cosmograph is a masterpiece of mechanical artistry and innovation, and the guest is proud to have inherited it from his father.
My dad left it when he passed away.
When we were growing up, my twin and I, we would always kind of fight for it because we always thought it was like a nice piece of watch. He decided at the end that he would give it to whomever would go the farthest in education.
This watch represents a pivotal era in the Daytona's history, predating the introduction of automatic movements and sapphire crystals. More than just a timepiece, it transcends its functional purpose to become a symbol of style and performance. With its sleek design and strong racing heritage, this 1978 Rolex Daytona Cosmograph embodies adventure and sophistication. It has chronograph functions, featuring robust pushers and clearly marked subdials, allowing drivers to measure elapsed time with remarkable precision.
Here you have a silver white dial, you have the black subdials. Other watches have black dials with white subdials. Most collectors feel that this is the most pleasing dial of all the watches.
This particular piece features a black acrylic bezel with a tachymeter scale, designed for measuring average speed over a known distance. Furthermore, its screw-down chronograph pushers enhance water resistance while preventing accidental activation of the chronograph function. Daytona models from 1978, especially those in excellent condition and featuring sought-after details like the big red dial, are relatively rare and highly collectible.
Well, the red on some of them is called the big red, and it's a wider, fatter, bigger font.
Despite its age, it remains in remarkable condition, preserving its original finish and mechanical integrity. Over the years, this model has become increasingly desirable among collectors, and in an auction it is estimated to be worth
$95,000 to $105,000.
Oh my God, that's crazy.
A ticking relic from the past, this watch might just outshine its modern counterparts in value. This remarkable piece has been cherished by the Guest family for generations, and he shares the same passion for preserving its legacy. At first glance, it's unmistakable. This is a Patek Philippe pocket watch, a masterpiece of horological craftsmanship with astounding features. The appraiser immediately recognizes its sophistication, particularly in its intricate movement and the array of finely tuned complications. One of the watch's standout features is its split-seconds chronograph, a rare function that allows timing of two events simultaneously with remarkable precision. Demonstrating his expertise, the appraiser carefully operates the chronograph, showing how the dual stopwatch hands function in perfect synchrony.
So that's unusual. So if we push the button down, we see the second hand is moving.
Right.
Now, let's say you're timing your horse, and you're getting to the halfway point. You push this other button. Now you have your split time.
Oh, for Pete's sake. Wow.
Upon opening the case, another extraordinary feature is revealed, a delicate hammer mechanism signaling that this is a minute repeater capable of chiming the time on demand. Adding to its historical significance, the case is engraved with a personal dedication to its original owner, enhancing its provenance and desirability. On the back, a prestigious monogram is meticulously enameled, likely representing the initials of the guest's ancestor. Attached to the pocket watch is a classic chain featuring a traditional fob and a pocket knife, symbols often associated with Freemasons, hinting at its original owner's affiliations.
Well, we know that there's a key hidden in there.
Yes, right.
And then what happened here? Because that was interesting.
This is really something I didn't discover until you or one of your associates opened it up. It's a pillbox.
And he still had his medicine in there.
With its blend of remarkable complications, rich provenance, and pristine condition, this exceptional timepiece carries an estimated value of
In the marketplace today, at least at auction, I see this watch $40,000 to $60,000.
Wow.
And that's
a lot.
That's a lot. It may only pay 1 year of college today. But
they're all educated, fortunately, right now.
What we have on display is the 1960 Rolex GMT Master, purchased 55 years ago by our guest at a PX in Zweibrücken, Germany during his time in the Army.
My sergeant recommended that before I came back to the States, buy a Rolex watch.
Why did he do that, do you know?
Well, he thought that was the best watch ever made.
The 1960 Rolex GMT Master Model 6542 is an iconic piece in Rolex's history, known for being the very first GMT Master ever produced. Notably, this model introduced the world to the groundbreaking GMT function, allowing wearers to track multiple time zones simultaneously, which became a crucial feature for pilots and travelers. It features a distinctive design with a 38mm steel case, a rotating bezel with a 24-hour scale, and a black dial with luminous markers for readability in low light. Another important feature of this watch is that its reference number is printed on both the box and the paperwork, which has been meticulously preserved. Additionally, it is accompanied by the original sales receipt from April 1960, a chronometer bulletin from the Geneva Observatory showing the watch's timekeeping accuracy, the original brochure, and even the hang tags. Also, the original bracelet has been replaced, but the original, dated from the first quarter of 1960, is kept with the box. What sets this model apart is not only its historical significance, but also its functional elegance, making it a smart investment. Considering its rarity and the fact that it's in a pristine condition, this watch on its own would have a value of
Would be worth today between $35,000 and $45,000.
But with the complete box and paperwork, its value increases significantly and would be auctioned for
Easily today, it's $65,000 to $75,000 in the market.
Wow, I had no idea. I'm speechless.
Antique wristwatches aren't just about telling time. Sometimes they tell a story worth thousands. This piece has been passed down through the guest's husband's family for generations, remarkably preserved in pristine condition.
This is my husband's grandfather's watch. It was a watch that we actually found while cleaning out a home after his aunt passed away about 2 years ago.
According to family law, the guest's husband's grandfather, who served in the First World War, acquired the watch in Europe before returning to America. The dial proudly bears the hallmark of its maker, none other than the prestigious Swiss watch manufacturer Patek Philippe. Founded in 1839 by Anthony Patek and Adrien Philippe, the brand is considered one of the oldest and most revered watchmakers in the world. This particular piece dates back to the early 20th century, estimated to have been made between 1915 and 1918. A standout feature is its remarkably well-preserved luminescent dial, a rarity in watches of this era and a true marvel for the appraiser. This model is likely one of the earliest wristwatches ever produced by Patek Philippe, as they initially specialized in pocket watches. The case is crafted from 18-karat yellow gold, the standard for men's watches at the time, exuding elegance and sophistication. As expected from Patek Philippe, this watch was produced in very limited numbers, making it an exceptionally rare, handmade treasure.
Their production has never been large. It still isn't today. They don't make a lot of watches, but they make the finest watch in the world. This was handmade. Probably one-off movements, one-off cases. They probably only made one a day.
Upon lifting the watch's case, its dial is revealed, an exquisite piece made of sterling silver, embossed with finely detailed enamel.
And it's actually embossed in enamel. Most of the time when these dials deteriorate or they get refinished, the enamel comes out. This watch has all the right characteristics, even the crystal's original.
For a watch of this age and caliber, such immaculate preservation is virtually unheard of, significantly adding to its value. Given its rarity, craftsmanship, and condition, this extraordinary wristwatch would be valued at
probably in today's market would be about a $40,000 to $50,000 watch retail.
Okay.
And very collectible and very desirable.
Okay, awesome.
Displayed on the show is a collection of items that belong to the great-uncle of this guest, who served in the military.
He was in lots of military battles, flew fighter planes all over during the war, retired to Virginia, and he was a member of all different kinds of military organizations.
And he was in World War II also?
Yes.
Most of the collection consists of photographs that capture moments from his time in service.
This is one of his commanding officers, Jimmy Stewart.
Jimmy Stewart was his commanding officer?
Yes.
And then tell me a little bit about the box.
Among these items, two stand out. The first being an exquisite sterling silver box presented to the great-uncle in recognition of his service. The second and most notable piece is a Rolex wristwatch, specifically a Rolex Model 4500. Interestingly, the Rolex Model 4500 is part of the Air King line, introduced in the 1940s as a tribute to the British Royal Air Force, RAF. Its connection to the RAF is evident in the presence of a telemeter function. It is designed for pilots and navigators to measure distances based on visible events such as lightning strikes. Additionally, this watch is anti-magnetic, ensuring precision in environments where electromagnetic interference might otherwise affect performance. Another fascinating feature is its 30-minute registry, a rare chronograph complication that allows for the measurement of elapsed time. Produced in limited quantities, the Rolex Model 4500 remains a highly sought-after timepiece among collectors. At retail, the value of the sterling silver box is estimated at
The box would be around $1,000.
While the rare and historic Rolex Model 4500 is expected to fetch an incredible price of
$70,000.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
It's the real deal.
Set on the display table is a complete set for a Rolex wristwatch. This iconic timepiece, originally referred to as the Rolex Day-Date model, was purchased by the guest in 1962.
And where did you buy it?
I bought it in Hong Kong. I had been drafted into the Army, and I was in Korea.
Over time, this wristwatch became known as the Presidential Rolex due to its affiliation with President Lyndon B. Johnson. Lyndon B. Johnson, also known as LBJ, was the 36th President of the United States, serving from 1963 to 1969. This presidential Rolex is powered by a high-quality, self-winding mechanical movement certified by the Swiss Official Chronometer Testing Institute. This particular model was manufactured by the Rolex Watch Company, a renowned Swiss watch manufacturer, in 1964. It is crafted from 18-karat white gold, giving it a sleek and luxurious appearance, while still featuring its original bracelet. The white gold presidential Rolex was and is a rare timepiece, as only a limited number were produced. Alongside the watch is the original catalog and chronometer bulletin, which includes the serial number of the watch's movement.
The stamp on the paper here shows us that it was timed in 1962.
Accompanying these items is the watch's original box, made of ostrich skin, further enhancing the rarity and appeal of this collection. Lastly, another fascinating aspect of this set is the inclusion of the hang tag and the Rolex Oyster hang tag, small yet significant details that further authenticate the watch.
Collectors are crazy for those because everybody threw them out. These by themselves are worth $500 and up.
Given that this watch came with its complete set, it is not far-fetched that it would be worth.
Retail price on this is going to be $20,000.
Oh my. Well, it kept up with the times. I'm glad to hear that.
An extraordinary Longines chronograph sits elegantly on the table, drawing admiration for its timeless craftsmanship. This remarkable timepiece once belonged to the guest's great-grandfather and has been safeguarded in a secure box for decades. Manufactured by Longines, a renowned Swiss luxury watchmaker, this watch dates back to 1938, an era of horological excellence. Longines, founded in 1832 by Swiss entrepreneur Auguste Agassiz, is one of Switzerland's most respected and historically significant watch manufacturers. What makes this particular piece truly special is the co-branded dial, featuring the names of both the dealer and the maker, Cuervo y Sobrinos and Longines. Cuervo y Sobrinos, a Swiss luxury watch brand with deep Cuban heritage, was founded in Havana, Cuba in 1882 by Ramon Fernandez Cuervo and his nephews. This watch is a rare and historically significant timepiece, a collaboration between Longines and Cuervo y Sobrinos that makes it highly collectible. It is a single-button chronograph featuring beautifully contrasting telemeter scales in different colors, adding to its visual appeal and functionality. Also featured in this piece is a stunning silver and matte finish, an original solid bar, and a dial that has remained intact and well preserved over the years. Interestingly, this watch has never been polished except for its spring bar, which was cut at some point. Despite the minor modification in this watch, it is still highly valuable, and in an auction, it would command a price of
between $30,000 to $50,000 at auction.
Wow, that is incredible.
This minute repeater is a masterpiece of horological engineering, designed to chime the time with remarkable precision.
It came from Albert Fenn, who was a friend of George Eastman, and he contributed to George's business startup, something called Eastman Kodak.
This watch, crafted in 1900, is a stunning example of timeless craftsmanship. The watch comes with its original wooden box and its original warranty certificate, adding an extra layer of charm and appeal. This watch is a Patek Philippe minute repeater pocket watch with top-notch craftsmanship and intricate design.
It will tell you to the minute what time it is. It'll first strike the hours, then the quarter hours, and last the minutes with two hammers that are located right down here.
Patek Philippe is a Swiss luxury watchmaker and clock manufacturer, located in the canton of Geneva and the Vallée de Joux. The company was named after its visionary founders, Anthony Patek and Adrien Philippe, whose legacy shaped the world of luxury watchmaking. Moving on, this watch features a unique mechanism, with a two-train movement for enhanced precision, which is very unusual.
You wind it in one direction for the time. The second direction winds the repeater mechanism. That dinging sound that you heard is a repeater. And repeaters were originally invented so that they could tell time in the dark.
According to the appraiser, these types of watches are considered highly complicated due to their intricate design and mechanism.
This movement is of the highest quality.
Wow.
Fantastic piece of machinery, all done without the aid of computers.
Another intriguing feature of this watch is its black spade hands on the dial, a rare detail as these typically come with gold filigree hands. Inside the box that this piece comes in, there's an envelope containing the serial number of the watch, and written in French, it states hands, Louis XV style.
The 15th style. I opened them up, and lo and behold, we found the original gold Louis XV hands in here. They've turned dark, but they're solid gold. They're rose gold.
Wow.
As a rare piece made by a renowned watchmaker, it is not far-fetched that this piece would have an insurance value of.
You need insured for about $50,000.
Wow. Wow. That's for, excuse me. Amazing.
Presented is an oyster cosmograph, a timepiece celebrated for its precision, durability, and iconic design. This watch originally belonged to the guest's father, and it was presented to him by the president of the University of Alaska in 1972, Dr. William Ransom Wood. The watch was engineered by Rolex, a leading Swiss luxury watch brand. Rolex was founded in 1905 as Willdorf and Davis by German businessman Hans Wilsdorf and his brother-in-law Alfred Davis in London. The appraiser notes that this watch is a reference 6263, a sought-after model that first came off the production line in 1969. Among its remarkable designs is the 2-button, 3-register chronograph. It also features a riveted oyster bracelet, known for its lightweight construction before the transition to heavier solid links.
This particular model is a manual wind. The watch is all stainless steel. It's got a water-resistant oyster back on it.
Additionally, it boasts water-resistant screw-down pushers, along with a black tachymeter bezel for precise measurements. Remarkably, this watch features a dial referred to as the reverse panda dial, with a striking contrast between the white background and black subdials. In today's market, given that all the components of this watch are original, in a retail setting it is estimated to be worth.
Retail right now will bring $85,000 to $95,000.
Okay.
Displayed on the screen is a Patek Philippe silver deck chronometer, inherited by the guest from his extended family. A masterpiece of horology, the 1911 Patek Philippe silver deck chronometer embodies the perfect union of form and function, where elegance meets precision.
The watch, it's made in silver, and it's what we would call coin silver.
Already celebrated for its expertise in horology, Patek produced silver deck chronometers specifically designed for maritime navigation and scientific accuracy. More than a century later, its mechanism still beats with the same unwavering accuracy, a relic of an era when navigation relied as much on craftsmanship as on celestial charts. This watch's classic design, with its simple, elegant lines and proportions, ensures that it remains a timeless and sophisticated timepiece. Encased in solid silver, it features a power reserve indicator and a stunning white enamel dial, adorned with bold black numerals and hands.
It's a power reserve indicator. That would tell you when the watch is wound all the way up, how many hours it would take until it runs down. So basically, on a full wind, it would run about 36 hours.
On the reverse side, an engraved Patek Philippe signature accompanies a high-precision mechanical balance known as the Guillaume balance, designed with meticulous attention to detail. Interestingly, Patek was certified as a chronometer by the Geneva Observatory in 1943, ensuring the accuracy and reliability of their timepieces.
These watches were all sent to the timing trials in Geneva, Switzerland, at the observatory there, and it was made for heat and cold.
The silver deck chronometer is extremely rare, making it highly sought after by collectors and connoisseurs. The retail value of this impeccably preserved timepiece, complete with its original case, is estimated to be.
And the least amount, $50,000.
Really?
But I think you have the potential of a $100,000 timepiece here.
It's very impressive, really. I had no idea. I don't know what to say.
Worn, weathered, and wonderfully rare, this antique watch could fetch a staggering price. This remarkable piece was inherited by the guest from her stepfather, a brave serviceman who fought in the Second World War.
He was a POW in World War II at Sagan, Germany, in Stalag Luft III.
Okay.
And that's the one that this book was written, and that's the one that the movie was based on.
According to the guest, the legendary film The Great Escape was inspired by his stepfather's real-life experiences during the war. Opening the book the movie was based on, we find a miniature painting of the guest's stepfather, further cementing his connection to this historic event. A courageous member of the OSS, the Office of Strategic Services, a wartime intelligence company, he was captured as a prisoner of war in Germany.
And if they knew he was a spy, they would execute him.
Right.
So he posed as a pilot. When he was getting captured, he got rid of all his OSS stuff. He had been working behind enemy lines in North Africa, making manure bombs to delay the Nazis as they were coming.
Today we have on display his military wristwatch, an elegant Rolex military chronograph produced in the 1940s. This watch is a true wartime relic, featuring 2 buttons that control its chronograph functions, a design built for precision in the field. Its stainless steel case is typical of military-issued timepieces from the era, built to endure the harshest conditions of war. However, what sets this particular watch apart is its original black dial, an extremely rare feature for Rolex military watches of this period. The watch remains in impeccable condition, a rarity given its history, and would certainly capture the attention of collectors worldwide. With its extraordinary provenance, historical significance, and rarity, this piece would command a remarkable price at auction, with an estimated value of
At auction, between $40,000 to $50,000.
Mercy. Thank you.
Today's guest acquired this Rolex Red Submariner watch from a gentleman who he worked with and often went scuba diving with back in 1972.
I thought it would be nice to have a watch like that, so he went to Jamaica, picked it up at the Freeport store for me, and I've owned the watch since 1972 and have worn it almost every day till about 2008.
Rolex, one of the most prestigious and influential watch brands in the world, is renowned for its craftsmanship, innovation, and timeless design. Founded in 1905 by Hans Wilsdorf and Alfred Davis in London, the company initially operated as Wilsdorf and Davis before officially registering the Rolex name in 1908. With Rolex's reputation for precision, durability, and timeless design, their timepieces continue to command strong interest in the market. Now let's talk about the watch. This piece is one of the most iconic and collectible vintage dive watches. It was produced for only a few years and has become highly sought after by collectors worldwide. Distinguished by the red Submariner text on the dial, this model was the first in the Submariner line to feature a date complication.
This watch has been increasingly more popular, and right now there's a monstrous cult following for what they call the red sub.
Additionally, it is accompanied by the original warranty and all the paperwork, which even further confirms its authenticity. Unlike modern Submariners with sapphire crystals, this model features an acrylic crystal, maintaining its vintage appeal. Though it has been cleaned once, but luckily Rolex didn't update this watch, which preserved its original red dial and value. In today's collector's space, a well-maintained piece like this, with its original documentation, is valued at.
This watch would have a value of about $15,000 to $17,000. Congratulations.
Amazing. Thank you.
The right markings, the right movement, and suddenly this watch is worth far more than it seems. A gift from the guest's uncle, this watch carries a fascinating story, making it all the more special.
Back in 1975. He purchased it at Tiffany's in New York. He was a physician who had relocated to the Netherlands from New York, probably in the mid-60s. And right before I was going to go to college, he noticed that I wasn't wearing a watch on my wrist, so he literally took it off of his wrist, gave it to me.
The guest adores this timepiece so much that he practically never takes it off, as evidenced by the imprint of the watch on his forearm.
I've never taken it off. I've worn it almost every day.
Long time.
Yeah.
About 40 years you've been wearing it.
Absolutely.
Even at a glance, it's unmistakably a Rolex, the legendary Swiss watch manufacturer known for crafting some of the finest men's wristwatches since its foundings in 1905. This particular piece is a Rolex Oyster Perpetual Date GMT Master, a significant model in the Rolex professional watch collection. Originally launched in 1954, the GMT Master was designed in collaboration with the now-defunct Pan Am airline, specifically for their pilots and navigators to track multiple time zones. The appraiser identifies this as an early version of the model, dating back to approximately 1963, a prime era for vintage Rolex collectors. One of its standout features is the gilt dial, an earlier dial type that boasts a glossy black finish with gold-colored text, a feature highly sought after by collectors. Beneath the lettering on the dial, there's a subtle but crucial detail, a small underline, a mark that collectors affectionately refer to as an underline dial. Another remarkable aspect is the presence of the Tiffany & Co. name on the dial, indicating that this Rolex was co-branded and sold through the prestigious jeweler. Tiffany-signed Rolex watches are incredibly rare, and their desirability among collectors cannot be overstated, adding significant value to the piece. Understanding the importance of originality, the guest wisely refused to send the watch in for servicing by Rolex, fearing the loss of its original dial and components.
It was especially interesting to me that the watch was purchased at Tiffany's in New York, and I thought that was a really wonderful feature about the watch. And I knew that if they replaced it, it wouldn't have that, and I thought that was especially unique.
That decision has paid off massively, preserving its antique charm and factory features that has resulted in a staggering valuation of.
Your watch is worth $50,000.
Oh, good grief. That is absolutely stunning to me. I mean, I think the highest I ever heard was $30,000, which I thought was crazy and outrageous. But the fact that it's worth $50,000 is startling to me.
Pocket watches are a testament to the evolution of timekeeping, combining elegance, craftsmanship, and historical significance. This particular timepiece has been passed down through multiple generations in the guest's family.
Generation to generation. I've had it for about 6 years, and it's been in a safety deposit box.
Interestingly, it once belonged to a former president of the United States, William McKinley. President William McKinley served as the 25th President of the United States from 1897 until his assassination in 1901. Intriguingly, this pocket watch was presented to McKinley when he was still the governor of Ohio by the Juban-Hamden Watch Company. Founded in 1877 by John Duber in Cincinnati, Ohio, the company specialized in producing high-quality watch cases. John Duber was a Swiss-American watchmaker and entrepreneur who played a significant role in the development of the American watch industry. Upon opening the back of the watch case, there is a finely engraved inscription commemorating the presentation of the timepiece to Governor McKinley. Ultimately, this watch represents a remarkable piece of Americana, and collectors would be thrilled to have it in their possession.
It's a politically important piece of Americana and American history.
Considering its provenance and historical significance, this pocket watch will command a value of.
This watch should bring easily $30,000 to $35,000.
Wow. I was thinking 1 or 2,000. Impressive. My mom used to wear it.
Rolex has a rich history and heritage, evoking feelings of nostalgia and a deep connection to the past. This iconic wristwatch belonged to the uncle of this guest and represents a legendary timepiece known as the presidential Rolex.
He would always complain. He said, I keep misplacing this watch. And he said, here, I'm going to give it to you. I wore it a couple of times, but the majority of the time it was in safe deposit box.
The watch earned its nickname presidential due to its association with U.S. presidents, including Dwight D. Eisenhower, Lyndon B. Johnson, and Ronald Reagan. The presidential Rolex is powered by a high-quality self-winding mechanical movement, certified by the Swiss Official Chronometer Testing Institute. This particular timepiece was manufactured by the Rolex Watch Company in 1964. Notably, it is crafted from 18-karat gold, giving it a warm and luxurious tone while still featuring its original bracelet. The watch also boasts a champagne gold dial, adding an extra layer of rarity and value to this already coveted piece. Also on display is the original chronometer bulletin, which includes the serial number of the watch's movement, further authenticating its originality.
End of the case on there. I really love this day-date booklet here, copyrighted 1964, so it falls right in line with everything. This booklet is really extremely rare.
This 1964 presidential Rolex, crafted with 18-karat gold, is a true masterpiece of watchmaking, combining luxury, elegance, and precision. In today's auction market, this prestigious Rolex wristwatch will fetch a price of.
It would definitely sell easily in the $18,000 to $20,000 range.
It's good. It's really good.
Nice gift.
Nice gift.
Presented here is a captivating and exquisite timepiece, a cherished gift received by the guest upon their high school graduation.
My father was in the jewelry business, and I had a fascination with chronographs. I didn't know anything about it at the time. I kind of picked it out myself.
This is a Heuer chronograph crafted by the renowned Swiss luxury brand Heuer, founded by Edouard Heuer in 1860. Edouard Heuer, a visionary in Swiss watchmaking, established the company that would later evolve into the prestigious Tag Heuer brand. The watch is referred to as Octavia, one of Heuer's most iconic and historically significant models, originally introduced in 1962.
And that came from two things: automobile and aviation, and they combined the two together and they got Octavia, is basically how they came up with that name.
Renowned for its deep-rooted connection to motorsport and aviation, the Octavia served as both a chronograph for racing drivers and a dashboard instrument for pilots. This particular model boasts a stainless steel case with a screwback design, ensuring durability and timeless appeal. Adding to its authenticity, this watch still retains its original bracelet, crafted by the esteemed Swiss manufacturer Gay Frères, known for producing some of the finest metal watch bracelets. Although the bezel shows signs of aging with a fading patina, it proudly maintains its originality and vintage character. In an auction, this timepiece, given that it still has all of its original components intact, would fetch a price of...
Would easily go for $12,000 to $15,000 in auction.
Wow, I didn't expect that. That's great.
Built for the depths of the ocean, this diver's watch combines rugged durability with timeless precision, making it a true companion for adventurers. The guest, captivated by the watch's substantial weight and sturdy design, originally purchased it for a noteworthy sum of $100. According to the appraiser, the watch is the larger version of the Blancpain Aqualung, known for its durability and precision.
I would date it about 1961, and it's a diver's watch, of course. And it was made to go to 1,000 feet in depth, which was extremely deep for this time.
Blancpain is a Swiss luxury watch manufacturer founded by Jean-Jacques Blancpain in Villeret, Switzerland in 1735, making it one of the oldest watch brands in the world. Designed for professional divers, it features a robust case and a highly legible dial to ensure optimal performance underwater. This Aqualung model is a testament to Blancpain's innovation in the world of dive watches, combining functionality with timeless elegance. Remarkably, this watch is in excellent condition, with all of its components intact except the band, which had been earlier replaced.
An original rubber strap are very difficult to find, the original rubber straps. The straps can be worth over $1,000.
With its rarity and historical significance, this piece remains a prized collectible among watch enthusiasts. In a retail setting, given its excellent condition, this watch would be valued at...
It more likely would sell between $30,000 and $35,000 at auction today.
Oh my, it's very nice to know. Thank you.
A gold turtle with a hidden secret. What if your old jewelry is worth far more than you ever imagined? This guest's father owned a jewelry store for decades, collecting fine pieces before retiring in the 1970s. One of those treasures is an 18-karat gold turtle, its surface brought to life with intricate chasing, a specialized engraving technique.
Chasing is a different form of engraving, and you see how they chased the feet over here. The relief and the detail, they just look so real.
Set with Madeira topaz and diamonds, each stone was precisely cut and fitted like an elaborate puzzle. The craftsmanship extends to the underside, where even the belly of the turtle is finely detailed. But the real surprise? Press a hidden button, and the turtle's shell opens to reveal a secret watch.
And he opens up.
And it's a watch.
Correct. A woman would wear that on her coat, and then when she would look down, she would be able to tell the time.
With a rare blend of artistry and function, this unique piece is valued at...
This piece, I feel, at auction would bring $8,000 to $10,000.
Oh my.
The next item is an Art Deco lapel watch, an opulent statement of its time. Suspended from a Hastings cord, it features a large carved emerald framed by diamonds, black onyx, and French enamel. The appraiser performs a stunning magic trick. What was once a necklace is now a watch? The piece bears hallmarks that identify it as a French piece. The appraiser believes, based on its design and quality, it is a Cartier piece. With platinum hallmarks and vintage craftsmanship, it carries an estimated auction value of...
At auction, $30,000 to $50,000.
See. That's unbelievable.
This exquisite timepiece on display has a remarkable history. It has been passed down through 3 generations.
This watch belonged to my grandfather. He was a watchmaker, and it got handed down to my father and then to me. And I've had the watch for about the last 40 years.
Where have you been keeping it?
In the safe.
What makes this watch truly extraordinary is its intricate design, even though it lacks any visible branding. Dubbed the fancy no-name watch, it boasts a perpetual moon phase calendar, making it a feature-rich masterpiece of horology. Its various subdials display the numerical date, the day in French, and a classic subsidiary seconds hand, all alongside the moon phase.
It's a perpetual calendar, so it gives the months. Being perpetual, what it does is once every 4 years, just for leap year.
Another remarkable function is its chronograph, which allows it to serve as a stopwatch. With the push of a button, the second hand begins moving, stops with a second press, and resets with a third. Enhancing its sophistication, the watch also features a repeater function, chiming the time on demand via a slide mechanism. A stunning revelation occurred when the guest, examining the watch without his glasses, noticed an inscription beneath the striking mechanism but couldn't decipher it. Upon closer inspection, the hidden name, Lecoute, was revealed. Founded in 1833 by Antoine Lecoute, the company first specialized in ébauche before becoming a full-fledged watchmaker.
But soon after that, they got into manufacturing watches. This was most likely made in the later part of the 1800s. It's what we call a hunting case, and it's very heavy, very solid.
Antoine Lecoute, a pioneering Swiss watchmaker, was known for his exceptional mechanical innovations and played a crucial role in advancing 19th century watchmaking technology. Furthermore, this piece features a robust 18-karat gold hunting case and a rare wolf's tooth winding system prized for its precision and durability. Assuming the absence of a brand name diminished its worth, our guest initially estimated the watch's value at around.
But no name, so I was thinking maybe $5,000.
However, in today's auction market, this extraordinary timepiece is appraised at an astonishing value between
$35,000 and $40,000.
No.
Yep.
Jeez.
That's fantastic, huh?
That's, wow.
Pocket watches are elegant, intricate timepieces that evoke a sense of nostalgia and refinement. This particular pocket watch has been passed down through multiple generations in the family of the guest. Adding to the watch's rich history is a letter from the guest's grandfather, which provides further insight into the origins of this remarkable timepiece.
Other than that, I have very little history about it other than what's in the letter.
So the letter was written, you believe, somewhere in the 1940s?
Late 1940s.
And the signature at the bottom is your grandfather's
That would be my grandfather's signature.
This pocket watch is believed to have been crafted by an ancestor of the guest, who worked with the esteemed Danish watchmaker Jules Jørgensen. Founded by Jules Frederick Jørgensen, the company is renowned for producing exceptional timepieces with precise and reliable movements, often featuring intricate mechanisms and artistic decorations. This watch exemplifies that tradition, featuring a perpetual calendar, a highly sophisticated complication that automatically ensures the correct date is always displayed.
It knows how many days are in each month, and on the fourth year, one gear ends up knowing that it has 29 days in February.
Additionally, it possesses a minute repeater, a prestigious and complex mechanism that chimes the time on demand. Minute repeaters are among the most challenging complications in watchmaking, requiring expert craftsmanship in both mechanical engineering and acoustics. Further enhancing its appeal, this pocket watch also boasts a certified chronometer movement, demonstrating exceptional precision and reliability. On the reverse side of the watch, an exhibition cover reveals its intricate movement, allowing admirers to appreciate the fine mechanics at work. However, upon closer examination of the accompanying letter, some irregularities were discovered, casting doubt on whether this timepiece was truly made by Jules Jørgensen.
The letter says that the watch was 140 years old when the letter was written. The watch, though, was probably produced between 1880 to 1890. Okay. So if it was written in the 40s, then the watch was about 60 years old.
This uncertainty affects its provenance and consequently its estimated value in the auction market. In today's auction market, this extraordinary pocket watch is expected to fetch a price of
would be in the $25,000 to $30,000 price range.
Wow.
This exquisite pocket watch belonged to our guest's great-grandfather, William Lemon, who held a seat on the New York Stock Exchange.
And I believe the watch was connected to as a gift or purchased at that time.
Inside the front cover, we noticed a beautifully engraved inscription, which bears his name alongside the date 1868. What makes this timepiece remarkable is that it represents cutting-edge horology for its time. While renowned brands like Patek Philippe were producing exceptional watches in the 19th century, this masterpiece was crafted by Jules Jurgensen.
And this is a watchmaker who was very highly regarded in the 19th century and is nearly forgotten today.
Jules Jurgensen was a highly esteemed Danish watchmaker whose name, though not as widely recognized today, was once synonymous with precision and innovation in the 19th century. He was known for developing high-quality pocket watches, many of which featured unique complications such as chronometers, minute repeaters, and innovative setting mechanisms. A watch of this caliber is an expensive instrument. It is accompanied by accessories such as its original box, a spare mainspring, an extra crystal, and even its guarantee certificate. One of its most fascinating features is the innovative bow setting mechanism, a signature of Jurgensen watches.
We push the bow down very carefully and then turn the crown. And if we then move the bow back up, the watch winds.
Even more extraordinary is its functionality as a minute repeater, allowing you to hear the time without looking.
So if we activate it with the slide on the side of the watch, and I will hold it up here, you can hear it chime the hours, ting-tangs for the quarters.
This piece, once underappreciated, has now gained renewed recognition in recent years. At auction, it would command a price of...
They've been bringing prices between $12,000 and $18,000.
That's great.
The right wristwatch isn't just an accessory, it's a miniature masterpiece with a price to match. This beautiful timepiece was passed down to the guest from her father, an avid collector with a keen eye for extraordinary watches.
10 or 15 years ago, he gave it to me to potentially give to one of my kids. But I need to repair it, or at least get maintenance done on it.
And you brought it here to find out what?
Is it worth repairing?
At first glance, the appraiser immediately identifies it as a Submariner, Rolex's legendary line of diving watches built for both function and style. Specifically, this is the Model 1680, a pivotal piece marking the transition of the Submariner from a no-frills tool for professional divers to a high-end fashion statement. What makes this collection even more remarkable is that the guest's father meticulously preserved every detail from his original purchase. On display, we have the original Rolex box issued by the store, along with a hang tag bearing the serial number of the wristwatch. Also included is the official warranty, matching the same serial number, and a tiny anchor engraved with oyster, indicating the watch's water resistance. A small green tag attached to the anchor signifies the watch's screw-down crown, an essential feature for ensuring its waterproof capabilities. Adding to the completeness of this collection, there's even the original green plastic sleeve that housed all the paperwork when the watch was first sold. One fascinating detail is that the warranty is written in French, confirming that the piece was purchased in France.
Rolex is a Swiss company. Warranties would be done in different languages depending on where they were sold in the world.
The appraiser draws attention to another remarkable feature, the watch's iconic oyster bracelet, known for its durability and comfort.
Instead of the links being small like this, they were larger and flat. Because it's a time period correct bracelet, it probably was just factory installed. He may have just said, oh, I like the other bracelet in the deal, or just would have switched it.
A closer look at the watch's dial reveals an exciting rarity, the feet first layout, where feet appear before meters, a highly desirable detail for collectors. Even more valuable is the striking red Submariner text on the dial, a feature that was only produced for a short period, making it exceptionally rare. The hour markers, originally white tritium, have aged into a warm honey gold patina, a natural transformation that enhances its vintage appeal.
They were originally white, and the tritium was what Rolex and everybody used during the 1970s to make the watch luminescent, and they've gotten the finest color of sort of a honey gold.
With all its components in original condition, down to the paperwork, this watch boasts impeccable provenance, elevating its desirability and value. A solid provenance combined with a rare model leads to an impressive insurance valuation of...
that would very easily sell in the retail market for $28,000.
Okay, so yes, I have to get it repaired.
I think it's probably worth spending the money to get it repaired, yes.
Timepieces have been a part of human culture for centuries, serving not only as tools for telling time, but also as symbols of style and sophistication. This wristwatch was presented to the guest by his father upon his high school graduation.
It's been my everyday watch. I wear it all the time.
And what year did you graduate high school?
1984.
Interestingly, this remarkable timepiece is none other than the Rolex Explorer 2. The Rolex Explorer 2 is a robust and reliable watch, designed for explorers, adventurers, and those who appreciate a timepiece capable of withstanding the toughest conditions. Introduced in 1971, the Explorer 2 was launched as a successor to the original Rolex Explorer, which debuted in 1953. The Rolex watch company itself was founded in 1905 by Hans Wilsdorf and his brother-in-law Alfred Davis in London, England. Over the decades, Rolex has become synonymous with precision, durability, and elegance. This particular watch's model is the reference 1655, which was among the earliest versions of the Explorer 2 and features a distinctive 24-hour hand. Adding to its desirability, this watch retains its original dial, bezel, and hands, making it an exceptionally rare and valuable collector's piece.
So many times when these went into service, Rolex themselves would actually change for new parts.
With its rarity, historical significance, and design innovation, this Rolex Explorer 2 remains a highly sought-after timepiece. In today's auction market, this Rolex Explorer 2 wristwatch will fetch a price of
$12,000 to $14,000.
Really? Wow,
Correct.
that's amazing.
In the 16th century, pocket watches evolved from portable clocks, which were carried in pockets or attached to chains. This timeless piece has been passed down through many generations in the family of this guest.
It was given to my father from his grandfather. I'm next in line to inherit it, and we don't know much about it.
Surprisingly, this is not an ordinary pocket watch. It was discovered to be a French musical pocket watch, and as the name implies, it does play tunes. A musical pocket watch is a delightful and enchanting category of timepieces that combines the art of watchmaking with the magic of music. Typical of a French musical pocket watch, this piece boasts exquisite and two different mechanisms inside of it. In terms of design, this particular watch features a case made of 18-karat gold, making it a truly fascinating timepiece. Upon opening the watch, there is a cuvette that provides a layer of protection for the movement, shielding it from dust, moisture, and other environmental factors. Interestingly, it is a key-wound watch, also known as a key set or wind and set watch, which was the norm before the introduction of stem-wound watches. Notably, the face of this watch features a striking American flag, making the subject matter phenomenal. Additionally, it features a bullseye crystal glass, and watches with bullseye crystals can be rare, especially if the crystal is original and has not been replaced. Interestingly, this watch was last appraised by the guest in 1991.
When it was appraised in 1991, they estimated about $2,500.
In today's auction market, considering the exceptional features of this French musical pocket watch, it will fetch a price of
I think this watch would easily bring between $15,000 and $20,000.
Wow, that is quite the shock. It's been in the safety deposit for like 20 years. So wow, that's great.
What we have here is a magnificent pocket watch, elegantly paired with a stunning gold quartz chain, a true masterpiece of craftsmanship and history. This exquisite timepiece was once owned by the guest's husband, but its legacy reaches even further back. Originally belonging to his great-grandfather, a man with a heroic and adventurous past in the world of gold mining.
He was quite heroic in a lot of recoveries of miners. He was given this watch on a presentation basis.
Manufactured by E. Howard & Co. around 1890, this watch is not just a timekeeper but a testament to the golden era of American watchmaking. E. Howard & Co., founded in 1858 by Edward Howard, was one of the most prestigious and innovative watchmakers of the 19th and early 20th centuries. Edward Howard himself was one of the most influential figures in early American watchmaking, pioneering craftsmanship and innovation that defined an era. Some of the watch's most striking features include a beautifully decorated box hinge hunting case, a rare and highly sought-after design. It boasts solid metal construction on both the top and bottom, with a breathtaking multicolored gold inlay at the center, further enhanced by a dazzling diamond. Adding to its elegance is the gold quartz chain and fob, a luxurious touch that perfectly complements the watch's opulent design. Another interesting feature of this watch is the multicolored gold decoration and diamond. Given its high quality and extraordinary condition, this extraordinary watch would have an insurance value of
something that you should insure for perhaps maybe $15,000 to $20,000. It's a lovely watch.
Well, it's like Christmas in July with me.
A timeless blend of craftsmanship and functionality, this men's watch embodies both style and precision. This watch originally belonged to the guest's great-aunt before being passed down to him. According to the appraiser, this watch is a 1920 Cartier timepiece, meticulously handcrafted with a unique layered construction resembling a sandwich. Cartier is a French luxury goods conglomerate that designs, manufactures, distributes and sells jewelry, watches, leather goods, sunglasses and eyeglasses. The company was founded by Louis-François Cartier, who was a French businessman, jeweler and watchmaker. This watch's key features include screws that assemble the watch, ensuring it is tightly secured and exceptionally durable. Another standout feature is the striking blue enamel, which beautifully complements the unique numbering design. The rich blue hue adds a distinctive touch, while the elegant, precise numbering enhances readability. However, it's worth noting that this watch has undergone some restoration work at some point in its history.
Dial has been refinished, and it probably had a black original band.
A watch like this, even with its original dial replace, would command an auction estimate of
about $15,000.
Oh, I'm amazed.
This is a beautiful watch.
Thank you.
Could an outlaw's stolen timepiece be hiding in plain sight? This guest shares a legend passed down through generations. One that links Pancho Villa to a stolen watch and a high-stakes trade for a brand-new Buick in Texas.
Take a look. The story is that Pancho Villa killed a man in Mexico City and took the watch off of him. Then he ended up in Alpine, Texas, where he traded this watch to Mr. Kasner for a brand new Buick automobile. Mr. Kasner sold it to a Dr. Middlebrook from Del Rio, Texas. My father told the doctor, if you ever want to sell that watch, please give me first chance at it.
Pancho Villa was a Mexican revolutionary and outlaw who played a key role in the Mexican Revolution. The timepiece in question is an 18-karat gold Swiss chronograph, adorned with rose diamonds and an elegant two-tone gold chain. On its dial, the name La Esmeralda, a once prominent Mexico City jewelry store, hints at a possible connection to the tale. The case carries the engraved initials of its original owner, a detail that could unlock a mysterious past. Adding to its grandeur, a matching 18-karat gold fob locket, once holding unknown photographs, completes the set. Beyond its beauty, this watch is a marvel of engineering, featuring a moon phase, a calendar, and a stopwatch function.
It's enhanced by the fact that the materials in it are very, very high quality, and that the chain and fob match the watch and are original to it.
A special blind man's function allows the wearer to tell time by counting delicate chimes triggered by a hidden lever.
People who couldn't see could tell the time by pushing this lever and counting the chimes.
Oh, how interesting.
It is a separate little spring that makes it ding.
The craftsmanship and original materials alone make it an extraordinary collector's piece, but if its storied past were confirmed, the value could rise significantly. Tracing the serial number might unveil its first owner and add weight to this incredible tale. As it stands, this remarkable watch is worth between $30,000 and $50,000.
Thank you. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, everybody. It was fun.
On display is the Jaeger-LeCoultre Memovox Polaris, a cherished heirloom passed down to our guest from his father.
This is a watch I got from my father when he passed away. That's 25 years ago, and it sat in my basement all this time. Took me a long time to find out that it's a LeCoultre.
He received it as a guest from a neighbor, an extraordinary gesture that speaks volumes about the regard in which he was held. This watch's true identity was uncovered by a specialist in the brand, as it was discovered to be a LeCoultre, the Polaris model watch.
Took it into a dealer of the same brand of watch, LeCoultre, and they said it's authentic. And they suggested they could get it repaired for me if it needed to be repaired. I didn't know what to do at the time, and then since then we moved, so it's been on hold.
LeCoultre, a Swiss luxury watch and clock manufacturer, was founded by Antoine LeCoultre in 1833 and is based in Le Sentier. Introduced around 1965, this model, given its broad luminous markers, likely dates to 1967 or 1968. It was designed for divers, featuring an alarm that both vibrates and sounds underwater, signaling when it's time to resurface. However, while many might mistakenly believe that the metal bracelet was a later addition, it is in fact an authentic factory-issued component, an exclusive detail reserved for the US market.
What's really nice about that bracelet is it's very desirable to collectors and very rare.
With fewer than 1,800 produced, this watch is an exceptionally rare and highly coveted collector's item, its scarcity enhancing its desirability. Despite visible signs of wear, scratches on the crystal, a worn case and dark and luminous material on the hands, it remains exceptional. According to the appraiser, in today's market, even with its condition issues, this watch would be worth.
I would still put the estimate at $20,000 to $25,000.
Wow. Wow. Oh, that's great.
A prestigious watch can be a true work of art, admired for its beauty, elegance, and craftsmanship. This exceptional wristwatch was gifted to the guest by his grandfather, making it a cherished family heirloom. Notably, this timepiece was manufactured by the iconic Rolex, a Swiss watch brand renowned for its innovation, precision, and timeless designs. Rolex was founded in 1905 by Hans Wilsdorf and Alfred Davis in London, and the company has a reputation as a leader in luxury watchmaking. This particular Rolex is an anti-magnetic chronograph, reference 6234, produced in 1954. At the time, this model was a groundbreaking innovation, designed to protect its movement from magnetic fields, which could interfere with timekeeping accuracy. In addition to its anti-magnetic properties, the watch features a chronograph complication, functioning as a stopwatch with 2 push buttons on the side. Remarkably, the watch has retained most of its components over the years, enhancing its authenticity and value. However, while the bracelet is not original, this does not significantly affect the overall worth of the timepiece. Interestingly, this watch has been appraised in the past by this guest.
We had it appraised about 2 years ago, and he said it was probably around $3,000, but I could put some work into it, maybe bump that value up to about $5,000 to $6,000.
In today's retail market, the estimated value of this Rolex wristwatch is...
This piece, I think, estimate today for auction purposes is around $25,000 to $30,000. So it's a little higher than the value that you're given.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you very much, Charles.
This watch has a remarkable history. It was given to the guest's grandfather in Galveston, Texas in 1896. The watch is a complete set, including its original chain and fob, which bears the emblem of the Brotherhood, produced and sold by the Ball Watch Company of Cleveland, Ohio. The Ball Watch Company, founded by Webb C. Ball, a pioneer in railroad timekeeping, was responsible for establishing the rigorous accuracy standards that transformed railroad watches. Webb C. Ball was a pioneering figure in American timekeeping, best known for revolutionizing railroad watch standards. In the late 19th century, the absence of a universal time standard in the railroad industry led to frequent and sometimes disastrous collisions.
That was adopted by all railroads and railroad conductors. A lot of accidents, trains being on the same track together when they shouldn't have been.
Ball's solution was this precise, reliable timepiece with large numerals and a secure setting mechanism to prevent accidental changes. However, he did not manufacture watches himself. He commissioned them from leading watchmakers, and this particular piece was crafted by the Hamilton Watch Company. The Hamilton Watch Company was one of America's most respected watch manufacturers, known for producing highly accurate timepieces, particularly for the railroad industry. Opening the watch reveals a detailed inscription and a finely crafted movement. Unlike most railroad watches in gold-filled cases, this one is crafted in solid 14-karat gold with an engraved back. While a standard railroad watch typically contains 17 jewels for precision, this exceptional piece boasts 23 jewels, elevating its craftsmanship and accuracy. Adding to its rarity, the watch dial is adorned with the Brotherhood of Locomotive Firemen and Enginemen insignia, a detail seen on only a handful of watches. Given its historical significance, superior craftsmanship, and extreme rarity, this timepiece at auction would easily be worth.
It would be in the order of $12,000 to $15,000.
Terrific, yeah.
An antique wristwatch isn't just about time, it's about history, craftsmanship, and sometimes a hefty price tag. Passed down through the guest family for generations, this pocket watch has been carefully preserved, eventually making its way into the guest's hands.
When my father first gave it to me, I used it as my timepiece in grade school and fell playing football and busted the crystal on it. The crystal was replaced, and after that, it's been in a safe ever since.
The appraiser immediately focuses on the hallmark on the dial, revealing the signature of Spaulding & Co., often referred to as the Tiffany of the Midwest. However, the appraiser clarifies that Spalding & Co. was merely the retailer. The true maker of this masterpiece is none other than Patek Philippe. Established in 1839, Patek Philippe is a prestigious Swiss manufacturer known for its luxury wristwatches and clocks. As one of the oldest and most revered watchmakers, the company is celebrated for both its intricate designs and groundbreaking movements, including some of the most complex mechanical watches ever created. This particular piece dates back to the early 1900s, a time when many of Patek Philippe's significant watches were signed on the dial by their retailers.
Very large retailers of Patek Philippe. What makes this one slightly more interesting as well, it's designed with what's called a minute repeater.
A remarkable feature of this watch is its minute repeater, which chimes the time when a slide on the side of the case is activated.
You can push that slide and it'll chime the time to the nearest minute. If you were out at night and you wanted to know the time, you could simply push the slide and listen to it, rather than having to light a light to see what the dial actually said. Incredibly useful.
With such a sophisticated mechanism, this watch was among the most desirable pocket watches of its era. Adding to its complexity, the watch also features a split-second chronograph, a precision stopwatch used for timing events like horse races.
So you can see on the dial, it has two hands, one here and one here. These are used so you can independently time, say, the first and second place in a horse race.
Complicated movements like these were exceptionally rare in Patek Philippe watches from this period, making this piece even more valuable. Truly one of a kind, this extraordinary pocket watch is expected to fetch an auction value in the region of.
I expect you'd probably fetch in the region of around $20,000 for it.
My goodness.
I wouldn't play football with it
No,
again.
I don't think so.
A Rolex wristwatch can be a status symbol, conveying success, sophistication, and refinement. This remarkable timepiece made by the Rolex Watch Company was acquired by the guest, who was a scuba diver, and he purchased it for $110 in 1971.
I've run with it, I've surfed with it, I've scuba dived with it, I've orienteered with it, I've backpacked with it.
Notably, this wristwatch is a model of the Rolex Submariner, one of the most iconic dive watches ever produced. Introduced in 1954 at the Basel Watch Fair, the Submariner was specifically designed for scuba diving and underwater exploration. Its rotating bezel allows divers to track elapsed time underwater, and it also features a distinctive click mechanism that prevents accidental movement. The watch also boasts luminous hour markers and hands, ensuring clear visibility in low-light conditions. A particularly notable feature of this Submariner is the red ink inscription of the word Submariner on the dial, a classic detail that makes this piece highly collectible. However, this Rolex does show some condition issues that may impact its overall value.
It's missing the end pieces. The band's been pretty stretched out, but that's just from wear. That certainly could be replaced at some point.
Despite this, the presence of proper documentation significantly enhances the desirability and market worth of this Submariner. In today's auction market, this Rolex Submariner is estimated to fetch a price of.
Today, easily retails for $20,000 to $25,000.
$20,000 to $25,000.
Yes.
My son will buy breakfast this morning when he finds that out. He's going to get this watch.
Some pocket watches age into obscurity, but others turn into hidden gold mines. This extraordinary timepiece was inherited from the guest's grandfather, who received it as a prestigious award. And it's no ordinary inheritance. The guest's grandfather was none other than the legendary Ab Jenkins. Born in 1883, Jenkins was a professional race car driver and a pivotal figure in establishing Bonneville Salt Flats as the ultimate proving ground for speed records. To add to the historical weight of this piece, we have a striking photograph of Jenkins behind the wheel of his most famous race car, the Mormon Meteor 3. In 1940, he cemented his legacy by setting a staggering 24-hour speed record, averaging 161.18 miles per hour, a feat that remained unbroken for 50 years, until 1990. The pocket watch itself is a stunning chronograph, manufactured in 1950 by the Omega Watch Company, a brand renowned for its precision and craftsmanship. Made entirely of stainless steel, the watch is robust yet elegant, designed for reliability, much like the man who owned it. The most compelling feature, however, is the engraving on the back, marking the presentation of this watch to Ab Jenkins himself.
Champion of champions, holder of more world records than any person in the history of sports, Omega Watch Company.
This undeniable provenance not only ties the piece to an iconic figure in motorsports history, but also makes it an incredibly desirable collector's item. Given its historical significance, rarity, and impeccable lineage, if this piece were to come up at auction, it would sell conservatively for.
I think easily today at auction, the watch would bring between $15,000 to $20,000.
Oh. All right, if you say so.
This golden watch on display truly evokes awe in the minds of true antique collectors. Once owned by the guest's father after a failed buyback agreement, the watch was later passed down through his mother.
My dad's condition was the only way he would buy it is if he can sell it back to the family.
This particular timepiece was manufactured around 1906 and has the name of the jeweler engraved on it. PATEK Philippe is a prestigious Swiss watchmaker known for exceptional craftsmanship, innovation, and timeless elegance. Founded in 1839, the company became PATEK Philippe & Co. in 1851 after partnering with Jean-Adrien Philippe. The watch retains its original box, extensively signed by PATEK Philippe to showcase their awards. When opened, we can see an intricate engraving done by PATEK Philippe for a jeweler in Rio de Janeiro. What's more, on the side of the watch is a miniature security feature, which is meant to protect the plunger from accidental touch.
That slide, when it moves forward, would stop you from depressing the plunger to use the chronograph.
Okay.
Alongside this watch is a fob, crafted in 18-karat gold, and it features delicate designs.
It has incredibly carved griffins, serpents, there's platinum, there's small emeralds. It is absolutely a work of art.
Combining the watch and the fob is a force to be reckoned with, and in an auction, both would be easily valued at.
So combined total, you have about $45,000 that your dad purchased from his colleague.
Absolutely.
This exceptional minute repeater, accompanied by its original fitted box, not only showcases intricate craftsmanship, but also offers a rare glimpse into the art of horological mastery. This watch, originally belonging to the guest's great-grandfather, was passed down to him, and it had since been a cherished family heirloom. This watch was made by Cartier, expertly crafted in Switzerland, and it showcases the brand's iconic blend of luxury and precision. Cartier is a French luxury goods conglomerate that designs, manufactures, distributes, and sells jewelry, watches, leather goods, sunglasses, and eyeglasses. This company was founded by Louis-François Cartier, who was a French businessman, jeweler, and watchmaker. One remarkable feature of this watch is the enameled monogram engraved on its back, adding a personal and distinctive touch. Additionally, this watch is very thin, a signature style in pieces made by the Cartier Watch Company.
And it's very hard to put complications inside a watch that's very, very thin.
Another fascinating feature of this watch is its ability to chime, adding a unique auditory dimension to its elegant design.
The slide on the side of the case, it will tell you the time. It'll give you the chime for the hour, the chime for the quarter, and the chime for the minutes. And it's called a minute repeating watch.
This watch features an 18-karat gold case, masterfully crafted in France, highlighting its exquisite craftsmanship and timeless design. At auction, given its extraordinary features and impeccable craftsmanship, this watch would be valued at.
Expect to see a pre-sale estimate in the range of $12,000 to $18,000.
Wow. That's great to know. Yeah.
This watch is a unique timepiece crafted by Rolex, known for its precision and luxury. Rolex, a Swiss watch company, was founded in 1905 as Wildorf and Davis by German businessman Hans Wilsdorf and his brother-in-law Alfred Davis in London. The watch was brought onto the show by the guest, who purchased it in the early 80s.
And I was going to buy a Rolex GMT, and he said, oh, no. He says, I've got this watch. I want you to see it. It's a unique watch. He said, Rolex made this thing for cave explorers.
Furthermore, the design of this watch and its craftsmanship make it a standout in the world of horology. This extraordinary watch is referred to as an Explorer 2, and it is in excellent condition, leaving the appraiser in awe.
And because they've been packed away, the color is wonderful and vibrant. So affectionately known as Steve McQueen, a reference 1655.
One notable feature of this watch is its acrylic crystal glass, which was commonly used in early Rolex models like this one. It was specifically designed for speleologists, ensuring durability in extreme conditions. Another notable feature is the distinctive 24-hour bezel, along with a large hand designed for quick readability with luminescent coating.
It normally is a little brighter. It's faded over the years. We've talked about this on Antiques Roadshow many times, how people take, especially a Rolex, in for service, and they upgrade the dial, and now the original dial is gone.
Interestingly, this watch retains its original dial and hands, and because they've been carefully preserved, the colors remain wonderfully vibrant. Timepieces crafted by Rolex are highly sought after by collectors, and with all its original components intact, it is estimated to be worth
to being $18,000 to $24,000.
I'm going to need a security guard, Kevin.
We can get that for you.
Okay.
The item on display is the Cartier Tortue Platinum and Diamond watch, a masterpiece of Art Deco elegance that blends horological innovation with timeless luxury. Inherited over 20 years ago by our guest from her uncle, who also inherited it from his client.
He was a financial advisor in New York City, and she left it to him in her will, and then he passed it on to me.
Bearing the Cartier signature on its dial, this watch is far older than expected. Rather than a 1950s design, it hails from the roaring 20s. Cartier, the king of jewelers, was founded in 1847 by Louis-François Cartier in Paris and is renowned for its exquisite watches, high jewelry, and timeless designs. Louis-François Cartier, a French jeweler and businessman, founded Cartier in 1847, shaping it into a world-renowned luxury brand. His craftsmanship and innovation transformed a small Parisian workshop into a globally renowned name in fine jewelry and watchmaking. Crafted in platinum and adorned with dazzling rose-cut diamonds, this piece predates the shift to single and full-cut stones, dating it to around 1920. However, its bracelet is a later addition, likely from the 1930s to 1950s, replacing the original black gros-grain silk ribbon. Fortunately, this replacement does not significantly affect the value, as the true worth lies in the watch's case or head. This piece also bears French platinum hallmarks, confirming its Cartier Paris origins. Its distinctive shape follows Cartier's tortue style, French for turtle. Interestingly, this timepiece was appraised 15 years ago, and back then it had an estimated value of.
My daughter and I were talking, and we thought around $5,000 to $10,000.
With the growing interest in vintage Cartier timepieces, its current auction value would easily be.
I see this at $20,000 to $25,000.
Oh, very nice. Oh, I like that. Very nice.
Small in size, grand in legacy, this antique pocket watch could be a silent treasure. This remarkable piece was inherited from the guest's great-grandfather, a captain in the Union Army during the Civil War. A noble serviceman who stood for law and order, he received this watch as a token of appreciation for his dedication.
And he became the chief of police in Galveston. Several years later, he was hired to go to Sour Lake, Texas to do some earthwork. So he took his crew with him. And when they went to Sour Lake, a group decided to tell him that his African-American workers were not welcome there and had to leave. And he ignored them until a mob showed up one day, and he stood down the mob with nothing but his shotgun full of bird shot and convinced them that he was not going to leave and his workers were going to stay there and do their job.
It's a true spectacle to behold, crafted from 14-karat gold and known as a box-hinge multicolor pocket watch.
Okay.
So at the top and at the bottom, it's boxed where the hinges go.
The multicolor effect comes from blending different shades of natural gold with alloys, creating a striking contrast in the case's intricate design. The standout feature, two beautifully detailed horse heads, a rare and artistic touch that elevates its uniqueness. At the center of the case, a set European-cut diamond adds a refined brilliance, making this piece not just a timekeeper, but a work of art. Opening the watch reveals an inscription, an intimate presentation marking its historical significance and direct connection to the guest's ancestor.
To Ed Ketchum for your stand in defense of human rights at Sour Lake, July 9th, 1903.
The maker of this exquisite timepiece is none other than the American watch manufacturer Hampton Watch Company, a firm known for its fine craftsmanship. This particular watch was produced in 1888 and originally sold by the M.W. Shaw Company in Galveston, Texas, further deepening its historical roots. Remarkably, for a watch of its age, its condition is beyond ordinary, pristine and well-preserved, making it an exceptionally rare find. All these factors combined push its value far beyond what most might expect, bringing the estimate to
Would probably bring somewhere between $20,000 to $30,000.
Wow. I'm shocked.
Known for its timelessness and innovative craftsmanship, this Breguet pocket watch on display today embodies elegance and precision. Cherished by our guest's family, this Breguet watch holds deep sentimental value, enhancing its exquisite design. With one of the earliest complex mechanisms still in use today, this pocket watch made circa 1935 carries historical significance. This pocket watch was crafted by Abraham Louis Breguet, whose innovations revolutionized watchmaking. Abraham Louis Breguet is a visionary watchmaker whose ingenuity and mastery continue to shape the world of haute horology. An exceptional hallmark of this timepiece is the tourbillon mechanism, an extraordinary feat of precision engineering. Remarkably, the incorporation of silicon in this watch movement enhances durability, ensuring longevity. With dedication to excellence innovation, this piece is one of the most sought after in the watchmaking industry and will be estimated to be worth
anywhere from $10,000 to $18,000.
Are you kidding?
Nice watch.
Oh, I would say it's more than nice. Oh my.
It may seem like an ordinary watch, but its ticking hands whisper tales of craftsmanship, history, and hidden value. Upon visiting Europe with her father in the late 1950s, the guest's mother received this masterpiece as a Christmas gift, and it has been passed down through generations.
And we were shopping in Geneva in Switzerland, and we saw this watch in the window of a watch shop.
At first glance, this elegant wristwatch could easily be mistaken for a gold and diamond bracelet. Interestingly, this piece was crafted by Rolex, the renowned Swiss watchmaker. Today, Rolex is synonymous with luxury and precision, but in the 1950s, the brand also produced unique ladies' fashion pieces, primarily for the European market. The appraiser demonstrates the ingenious bracelet-to-wristwatch illusion of this piece, simply exquisite.
I'll show you how, of course you know how it works. When you open it up here and here, there is a manual wind Rolex watch in the center.
Measuring 6.5 inches in length, the watch is slightly unusual for Rolex, as the appraiser notes.
And when we measured it, it's 6.5 inches. Standard is about 6 3/4 to 7, so it's possible that one link had been taken out, but it seems to fit you fine, and it seems to fit most people.
A striking design feature is the hinged watch face, which allows for easy winding, a thoughtful and rare detail.
And it comes back up.
It made it easier to
be able to wind it, otherwise you'd never be able to wind.
Exactly.
So that was for the winding.
The engraving, entirely hand-carved, showcases intricate stylized leaves, adding to its artistic appeal. Crafted from 18-karat gold and adorned with high-quality diamonds weighing 2/3 of a carat, this watch exemplifies luxury. The exceptionally small movement was a signature of Rolex's fashion pieces from this era, highlighting their dedication to precision. In this pristine condition, a Rolex gold and diamond bracelet watch like this would retail for an estimated.
This watch would probably be priced somewhere between $12,000 and $15,000.
Wow, I thought it would be $1,000, something like that. I don't buy jewelry.
Each link's $1,000.
Wow.
This remarkable collection of watches was inherited by the guest from her grandmother, each piece carrying its own unique history.
And when I asked my mother about the watch, she said that it belonged to my great-grandfather's mistress.
Oh, wow.
And how it got back to my grandmother, who claimed it was hers for years, we don't quite know.
Notably, the collection includes an elegant wristwatch and 2 exquisite pocket watches. The wristwatch was crafted by Tiffany & Co., a company founded by Charles Louis Tiffany and John B. Young in New York City in 1837. While primarily known for its exceptional jewelry, Tiffany & Co. has also produced high-quality wristwatches over the years. This particular timepiece was made in 1905, a period of tremendous growth and innovation for the company. Another standout piece in this collection is a prestigious pocket watch made in the early 1960s by Patek Philippe. Patek Philippe is a legendary watchmaker founded in 1839 by Antoine Norbert de Patek and Adrien Philippe in Geneva, Switzerland. The mid-19th to early 20th centuries marked a golden era for Patek Philippe pocket watches, known for their exquisite design and masterful craftsmanship. This is beautifully reflected in this particular piece, which features a stunning combination of blue cobalt enamel, single-cut diamonds, and rose-cut diamonds. Also in the collection is a remarkable Jules Jurgensen minute repeater pocket watch. Jules Jurgensen was a celebrated watchmaker whose creations were favored by European royal courts and aristocracy. This timepiece represents the pinnacle of late 19th century watchmaking. featuring an intricate mechanism and exceptional craftsmanship.
There was a glass that was placed over the top so that the owner of the watch can watch the mechanism make the repeating motions without him getting dust or dirt into it.
At auction, the Tiffany & Co. wristwatch is estimated to be valued at
Wristwatch between $3,000 and $4,000.
The stunningly designed Patek Philippe pocket watch will command a price of
$7,000 and $8,000.
While the rare Jules Jurgensen pocket watch is expected to fetch a price of
And the Jules Jurgensen minute repeater at $12,000.
Wow.
So you have quite a nice collection.
Wristwatches are a timeless accessory that has been a part of human culture for centuries. This watch was picked up by the guest from a free box by the side of the street.
When my husband was complaining that we were stopping at a free box and we'd been yard sailing, and I kind of threw it at him jokingly, like, here's a watch, thinking it would be a fake watch, because I couldn't fathom anybody putting out a watch.
Surprisingly, it turns out that this watch is an Omega Seamaster 300 wristwatch.
300 is for 300 meters, which is indicated right there on the dial. That's 980 feet.
The Omega Seamaster 300, dated circa 1960s, is an iconic timepiece that embodies the perfect blend of style, functionality, and horological excellence. As its name implies, this extraordinary watch was manufactured by the Omega Watch Company. Omega was founded by Louis Brandt in La Chaux-de-Fonds, Switzerland, where the company initially produced high-quality pocket watches. In 1948, Omega introduced the Seamaster line, which quickly gained popularity for its stylish design and water-resistant features. The first Seamaster 300 was introduced in 1957, designed for divers and water sports enthusiasts.
Omega refined the diving watch. They were one of the best because this could save your life. You'll notice the face is a nice matte black finish.
Notably, this particular Seamaster 300 dates between the early 1960s and mid-1960s. The watch features a 552 caliber automatic winding movement, which uses the wearer's movements to wind the mainspring and power the watch. Furthermore, the face of this watch has a matte black finish with luminous numerals and hands. Interestingly, collectors consider the Seamaster 300 a highly desirable and valuable watch, driven by factors such as rarity, condition, originality, provenance, and movement. In today's retail market, this iconic Omega Seamaster 300 wristwatch will command a price of
Will bring $8,000 to $10,000.
All right, that's amazing. Not bad for picking it up on the side of the street, I think.
What if that old wristwatch in your drawer is worth more than you think? Inherited from his father, this guest presents a true family heirloom hidden away for years.
He used to occasionally go to a pawn shop to see what was available, and he picked this up at a pawn shop on 3rd Avenue.
Do you know when he bought this watch?
My best guess is about 30 years ago.
This piece was an original design by the iconic American aviator Charles Lindbergh. Lindbergh is famous for making the first non-stop flight from New York to Paris, a distance of 3,600 miles on his aircraft, the Spirit of St. Louis. This wristwatch was designed after his historic solo transatlantic flight in collaboration with the Swiss watch manufacturer Longines. Founded by Auguste Agassiz in 1832, Longines has a reputation for producing some of the finest wristwatches in the world. The wristwatch, made in the late 1930s, has a rather unusual size due to the lack of pressurization in planes back then.
Well, in the 1930s, when this watch was made and used, there was no pressurization to plane. You would wear them on the outside of a jacket. It was cold. There was no pressurized plane, so it was very, very freezing cold in these planes.
Several versions of this piece were produced, but this is the largest and most significant in terms of value. This piece is truly an aviation heritage, and its rarity makes it a true collector's dream. The appraiser notes that watches of this caliber are seldom seen on the market today, making this piece a rare and highly sought-after find. The condition of this piece is absolutely incredible, putting its overall value at an estimated
Probably would run around $12,000.
Thank you. My father's going to be pleased.
When I started in business, everything was the size of a quarter, and now it's come full circle. Big watches are really, really in.
A true masterpiece of craftsmanship, this watch embodies timeless design. The guest who brought this piece onto the show, alongside many other items, inherited this piece from her great aunt.
Inherited a desktop mirror, and when I got it home, I opened the drawer up and there was this watch in a pouch.
The watch is adorned with a carnelian fob, a charming detail used for wax seals. Crafted by the legendary Abraham Louis Breguet, it's a rare symbol of watchmaking excellence. Abraham Louis Breguet was a Swiss-French horologist who made many innovations in the course of his career in the watchmaking industry. Among his innovative career achievements is the creation of the tourbillon, a groundbreaking invention in watchmaking. Because there are many duplicates of his work in the market, we can authenticate this piece to be an original given the presence of Breguet's signature on it.
If you look very, very carefully, just under the 12, it's kind of a frosted off-white on top of the white enamel dial. And it'll say Breguet.
Another intriguing feature of this watch is the unique palm hands developed by the maker, adding a distinctive touch to its design. This watch also features a number, 1765, which was often mistaken for the production year, but it actually represents the watch's unique number.
We looked up the numbers, and it is in fact from 1800 to about 1805. Then we have the ruby cylinder escapement. So simple, but again, so beautiful.
At auction, because this piece was crafted by one of the top watchmakers, it would easily command a significant price of
$30,000 to $35,000.
No kidding. Oh my gosh. I thought it would be $1,000. Oh my gosh. You're kidding me. That's fantastic.
What if a watch could not only tell the time, but also play a tune, bringing together the magic of music and precision in one unique piece? Today's guest has brought in a collection of musical pocket watch fobs, each one playing a distinct and captivating tune from a bygone era. According to the appraiser, these musical pocket watch fobs date back to the early to mid-1800s, showcasing the intricate craftsmanship of that era.
That extra added element of playing the music is just amazing.
Musical pocket watch fobs like these are incredibly rare and difficult to find, further enhancing the value of these items. One of the fobs is crafted with 9-carat rolled gold, adding a touch of elegance and craftsmanship to this collection.
Which actually means it's gold filled or has a layer of gold on the outside.
Okay.
While the other fobs are crafted in 18-karat gold, showcasing superior quality and a rich, timeless appeal.
And this one, I believe, is the oldest one and the most difficult to make.
Okay.
Because it is the tricolor gold. And the way they made that was they made the basic component of the fob and then they applied all the different colors to that. And then they put the music box inside there and then attached the activator, which is what sets it off.
Talking about value, the 9-carat musical watch fob at auction would be valued at.
For this at auction are $3,000 to $5,000.
While the two identical golden musical watch fobs would be worth,
I would say they're going to be at $6,000 to $8,000.
Likewise, the tricolor piece with gold fill would command an auction estimate of.
The auction estimate would be $7,000 to $9,000.
Finally, the entire group would command a substantial price of.
The auction estimate for this would be $45,000 to $55,000 for the entire collection.
Wow. Okay. Thank you very much.
Today's guest acquired this exquisite watch from a sergeant major back in 2007.
I had a sergeant major who presented me with an opportunity to buy several Rolexes. They were all older. He was into the estate hunting business, and I said, sure, I'll take it.
What did you pay the sergeant major for the watches?
So 3 watches, $5,000, financed over about 2 years.
This watch is quite unique, what collectors call a Frankenstein. It's a Rolex Submariner 1680, the first in the line to feature a date complication.
It had an acrylic crystal, and the watch was made right in through the late 60s into the mid-70s.
Based on its serial number, this watch dates back to 1974, a time when Rolex did not produce a two-tone Submariner in gold and stainless steel. It wasn't uncommon for Rolex owners at the time to request modifications, such as matching their Submariner to a two-tone Datejust. That's exactly what happened here. The case and movement are original, but the hands, bezel and crown were replaced with gold components from a later model.
Are gold hands from a later date. The bezel, which holds the insert, is a gold bezel from a later watch.
Okay. One of the most coveted features of early Submariners is the red Submariner text, which makes these models highly desirable among collectors. However, this watch features a correct Mark IV dial and a matching Mark III insert, both aligning perfectly with its 1974 production year. The Mark IV dial and Mark III insert are key details that authenticate this Rolex Submariner 1680 as a true 1974 model. This means that while this timepiece originally left the factory as a stainless steel Submariner, it was modified long ago, well before it was acquired 14 years ago. Despite the alterations, its value remains strong, and in today's market it would likely be valued between
would probably trade somewhere between $15,000 to $17,000.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Not all treasures sit in display cases. Some rest quietly in a collection box, ticking away from plain sight. This guest, an avid collector of antique pocket watches, unveils a truly jaw-dropping collection, each piece a testament to craftsmanship and history. The appraiser's eyes are immediately drawn to a pocket watch resting in its original box, its surface adorned with an intricate engraving. The delicate feather motif is unmistakable, the Prince of Wales feathers, the emblem of British royalty. Further examination reveals a presentation inscription, confirming that this watch was a personal gift from Albert Edward, Prince of Wales, to an American sea captain.
To an American sea captain when they landed on their tour to the United States in 1860. Edward went on to become King of England around the turn of the century.
Albert Edward was the King of the United Kingdom and the British Dominions and Emperor of India from 1901 until his death in 1910. Upon opening the watch's case, an unexpected marvel emerges. The watch revolves inside its housing, transforming from a closed timepiece to an open-face pocket watch. This ingenious mechanism is known as a convertible case, a rare and fascinating feature that enhances both its functionality and intrigue. A pocket watch purchased for $1,500 with such a direct connection to royalty would command an estimated value of.
When you add the inscription to it, perhaps you might even double that price.
Moving on, the next watch under the spotlight showcases an exquisite multicolor monogram. This timepiece stands out not only for its intricate artistry, but also for its extraordinary complications, one of the most complex dials found in a pocket watch. It is a repeater, a watch that chimes the time on demand, but what elevates it further is its perpetual calendar, accurately displaying the date for 4 years. Such an advanced and rare mechanism makes it a highly coveted piece among serious collectors, bringing its estimated value to
in excess of $15,000.
Oh, that's great.
Finally, the last piece in the collection presents a striking contrast. Its design is deceptively simple, but its craftsmanship is anything but ordinary. At the top, a winding indicator offers a glimpse into its inner workings, but the true marvel lies at the back, where the case has been removed to reveal a mesmerizing skeletonized movement. Unlike conventional pocket watches, much of the metal plating has been stripped away, leaving behind a delicate web of golden wheels and jewel-set gold cups. The appraiser instantly recognizes it, an 18-size Elgin pocket watch, meticulously skeletonized to showcase its intricate mechanics. Purchased for $1,500, combined with its winding indicator, this piece would be worth an estimated value of.
Could again be worth twice that.
I'm very surprised.
You're very surprised?
Yes, yeah.
I am too. I'm surprised to see watches as nice as this.
Yeah, very nice.
Initially thought to be a women's watch due to its size, this Cartier Santos Dumont watch was gifted to our guest by her husband. Spotted on his wrist in old photographs, this timeless Cartier wristwatch was identified as belonging to her husband's grandfather. This Cartier wristwatch was inspired and named after the Brazilian aviator Alberto Santos Dumont, which reflects his connection to early aviation.
The aviator was very good friends with Louis Cartier, and he complained about using a pocket watch to fly with.
Right.
So he asked Louis Cartier if he would please make him a wristwatch. And here we have an example of that watch.
Alberto Santos Dumont was a Brazilian aeronaut, sportsman, inventor, and one of the few people to have contributed significantly to the early development of both lighter-than-air and heavier-than-air aircraft. Crafted from high-quality materials, this Cartier timepiece is an 18-karat gold men's watch, showcasing both elegance and craftsmanship. Like many early wristwatches, this Cartier watch was manufactured in France, adding to its historical significance. Most likely acquired in America, this piece's signed movement further authenticates its origin.
We looked at the mechanism of the movement, and the movement was signed European Watch and Clock Company, who happened to be a private label that Cartier imported watches into the United States with.
The presence of a square case, visible screws, and a geometric dial showcases all the signature design elements that authenticate this timepiece as a genuine Cartier watch. Additionally, the serial number on the watch serves as a key authentication feature, verifying its originality. Another notable feature are the French hallmarks on the watch, confirming its quality and legitimacy as a genuine Cartier timepiece.
There's also French hallmarks on there, which is the eagle's head. You have the original winding crown on here too. That has a cabochon sapphire.
Though the Cartier signature is absent, possibly due to complete fading, the presence of other signature features ensures it remains a worthy piece. Considering its provenance, French craftsmanship, and historical significance, this watch is valued at
between $12,000 to $15,000.
Oh, wow, that's more than I thought.
Luxury, precision, and history. Sometimes a watch isn't just a watch. This family heirloom has been passed down for generations, its true value remaining a mystery until now. The appraiser takes a crack at demystifying its sophistication, revealing the dial with the flair of a magician. Multiple attempts to have it appraised have led nowhere, leaving its worth unknown for decades.
I brought it into the Cartier in New York. They took some pictures of it. I called back, and the woman I spoke to no longer worked there. Oh, so I got no more answers.
Boldly displayed on the dial is the hallmark of its maker, the legendary French luxury goods conglomerate Cartier. Founded by Louis-François Cartier in 1847, the company is one of the most prestigious manufacturers of fine jewelry, wristwatches, and luxury accessories. This exquisite bracelet watch was crafted in the 1950s, a period when Cartier was at the height of its fame in Europe. Made entirely of 18-karat gold, it features a Jaeger-LeCoultre backwind movement, a hallmark of precision engineering. Designed to resemble a bracelet, the watch's dial is ingeniously concealed within a hidden compartment, opening only at its owner's discretion. Cartier's craftsmanship from the 1950s is regarded as some of the finest, and this piece is no exception. Its quality is simply top tier. Beyond the watch itself, the intricate bracelet design makes this an exceptionally rare and highly sought-after collector's piece. If this wristwatch were to come up for auction, it would command a conservative value of,
I think if it was to sell at auction, $15,000.
Wow.
I wouldn't be surprised at that type of number. It's stunning.
Oh,
it's probably
beautiful.
one of the nicest of its type I've ever seen.
Oh, thank you so much.
Ever wondered what a timeless piece of history looks like? This pocket watch might just be it. This pocket watch was originally owned by the guest's husband's great-grandfather, who was an inventor in Cleveland.
His inventions mainly had to do with the steelmaking industry, and he had a number of patents and a number of other inventions.
Interestingly, the superb quality of this watch has left the appraiser impressed. Alongside this watch is its original box, bill of sale, warranty, and a letter, all of which enhance its provenance. At the bottom of the bill of sale, the original purchase price of $450 is clearly recorded, offering a glimpse into its historical value.
I'll quote just what it says on the bill of sale. This stem wound lever escapement watch with compensated balance, 35 jewels, minute repeater chronograph, split second, open face, gold, polished back. This had everything that money could buy.
A pinnacle of precision in its time, this exquisite watch manufactured by Patek Philippe set the standard for luxury and craftsmanship. Patek Philippe is a Swiss luxury watchmaker and clock manufacturer located in the canton of Geneva and the Vallée de Joux. The company was named after its visionary founders, Anthony Patek and Adrien Philippe, whose legacy shaped the world of luxury watchmaking. One of the most intriguing features of this watch is the engraved monogram of the original owner on the back, adding a personal touch to its history. Another fascinating aspect of this watch is its intricate movement, showcasing exceptional craftsmanship and precision. In today's market, this watch, because it has its original box and also its superb quality, it would be worth.
In today's marketplace, this watch is worth probably in the area for auction purposes between $15,000 and $20,000. It's a treat to see it. It's really quite spectacular.
Well, thank you very much.
Ladies' watches date back to the late 19th century, when they were primarily designed as decorative accessories, combining elegance with fine craftsmanship. This particular exquisite ladies' watch belonged to the great-uncle of the guest.
And after he died, his wife sent it to me because I had named my son Robert, and that was my great-uncle's name. So she thought it was right that I should have the watch.
Interestingly, the watch was manufactured circa 1900 by the esteemed Patek Philippe company.
And it's got a screw back, which helps to keep water out. Patek Philippe is arguably the finest quality Swiss watchmaker. They've been around since the mid-1840s, and they've built a reputation early on, and they were even copied early on in the 1850s.
Patek Philippe was founded in 1839 by Antoine Norbert de Patek and Adrien Philippe in Geneva, Switzerland. The company introduced its first wristwatch in 1868, a lady's timepiece adorned with a delicate gemstone-encrusted case. What makes this watch particularly remarkable is its pristine condition, showing no signs of oxidation or tarnish, a rarity for a vintage timepiece. It retains its original water-resistant crown, a significant feature that indicates careful preservation over the years. Additionally, this watch is equipped with an automatic winding mechanism, allowing it to self-wind through the wearer's natural movements.
Because they wanted to get it right the first time. Some of the other manufacturers were earlier with self-winding watches, like Rolex started in the 20s or 30s, but they weren't nearly as efficient.
Patek Philippe's automatic movements, such as those found in the Calatrava or Aquanaut lines, are celebrated for their precision and reliability. On the reverse side, the rhodium-plated finish enhances the watch's durability and aesthetic appeal with its reflective, high-quality surface. Also, there are scratches on the inside of the watch from repairs that have been made over the years on this wristwatch. In today's auction market, this exquisite Patek Philippe wristwatch is expected to fetch a price of
Can bring in the 10 to 15,000 range.
Oh my gosh, that's wonderful.
Any kind of a...
Okay, that's great news. I may start wearing it. I just might do that.
This remarkable timepiece was inherited from the guest's grandfather, who acquired it from the family, its legacy spanning generations. According to family law, one of the guest's ancestors served as the Speaker of the Assembly in Wisconsin during the 1880s. As a token of appreciation for his service, this exquisite watch was presented to him by his colleagues at the State Assembly. The appraiser, bringing years of expertise to the table, immediately recognizes it as an LC Grandjean pocket watch. Based in Le Locle, Switzerland, Grandjean was a highly regarded watchmaker, known for producing some of the most sophisticated and complicated watches of his time. This particular pocket watch is a true mechanical marvel, featuring a rare two-train movement, meaning it houses two separate gear trains, each serving a distinct function. One of its most striking features is a split-seconds chronograph, a high-precision stopwatch designed to measure intermediate times, a feature highly sought after by collectors. Additionally, it boasts a jumping seconds hand, which when activated moves in 1/4 second increments, demonstrating the precision and complexity of its design. Given its historical significance, intricate mechanics, and superb craftsmanship, this timepiece is a true collector's item. In its current condition, the appraiser estimates its conservative auction value at
It's going to be about $12,000.
Oh my goodness.
a delicate chain, an elegant pendant, and a hidden treasure. What if your family heirloom is worth a fortune? Passed down through generations, this exquisite piece comes from a lineage of wealth and innovation.
On my great-grandmother's side, they're from the steel manufacturing and mining, and on my great-grandfather's side, a great-great-uncle developed a steam engine.
At first glance, it may seem like a simple antique, but every detail tells a story of luxury and craftsmanship. The chain, woven from platinum wire, is adorned with natural pearls, untouched by human hands, unlike the cultured pearls commonly seen today. Framed by delicate rose diamond panels, it is a masterful piece from the Edwardian era, dating back to 1910 to 1915. Once used to hold reading glasses or small accessories, the chain gracefully leads to a breathtaking pendant watch.
And then we have this beautiful piece of enamel here. A lot of people look at this and they think it's glass. What it is, in fact, is carved rock crystal.
Its centerpiece, a meticulously carved rock crystal, was likely crafted in Ida Oberstein, Germany, a region famed for its gemstone artistry. Surrounding it, a bezel of rose diamonds adds to the brilliance, giving way to intricate French enamel. Flipping it over reveals the hidden secret, an elegant Swiss-made watch seamlessly integrated into the pendant. Even its winding stem is disguised as a natural pearl, blending function with pure artistry. A treasure like this isn't just rare, it's a statement of history, elegance, and impeccable craftsmanship. Today, this family heirloom is worth a conservative auction estimate of
This would probably be priced around $25,000.
Wow. Wow, that's amazing. That's awesome. That's great.
This pocket watch, with its rich history and intricate design, is a true testament to the art of horology. This pocket watch, originally belonging to the guest's great-grandfather, has been passed down through the generations. According to the appraiser, this watch was specifically crafted for the Chinese market, showcasing unique design elements tailored to that audience. Among the watch's intricate designs are a floral enamel and the inclusion of pearls, adding to its allure. When the watch is flipped over, it reveals the beautifully detailed reverse side, further enhancing its charm. The front of this watch is entirely Swiss-made and showcases a stunning scene from Greek mythology, depicting Cupid's forge, which makes it more intriguing. This unique design blends both craftsmanship and artistry, capturing a mythological moment in exquisite detail. The combination of fine Swiss engineering and artistic inspiration elevates this timepiece to a true collector's treasure. Watches like this are highly coveted by collectors, though they may not command exorbitant prices. For insurance purposes, this watch, with its intricate components, would be valued at.
Think in terms of $35,000, perhaps to $40,000. It's quite a nice watch, and you should be very happy that it survived, and I'm delighted to hear the story of the watch.
Thank you.
This watch, with its distinctive rounded crystal glass, offers a glimpse into a fascinating chapter of horological innovation. It originally belonged to the guest's father and was passed down to him, carrying with it a piece of family history.
He was a German prisoner of war. It was donated by Rolex, distributed through the International Red Cross to prisoners in prison camps.
Manufactured in 1943 by Rolex, this watch is referred to as bubbleback, and it is a timeless piece of horological craftsmanship. Rolex was founded in 1905 as Willdorf and Davis by German businessman Hans Wilsdorf and his brother-in-law Alfred Davis in London. Remarkably, this watch still retains its original black dial, making it very special, and the dial commonly referred to as the California dial.
This dial's very special. It's called the California dial. It has Roman numerals and regular numbers, and it's basically split in half. It's a very unusual dial.
One of the standout features of this watch is its elegant pink gold bezel, complemented by a matching pink gold crown, adding a touch of sophistication to its timeless design. Alongside the watch is its original timing, which contains more in-depth information about the piece.
And the watch is timed out in different positions, and they actually send the watch for certificate for the timing papers to a lab that times the watches out, writes it down, positive, negative. So overall, in all the different positions, the watch will run properly within a few seconds per day.
These elements, combined with the classic craftsmanship, make it not just a timepiece, but a statement of luxury and style. A 1943 Rolex bubbleback featuring an original black California dial is particularly special, as this dial design enhances its rarity and desirability among collectors. In today's market, a watch like this in a retail setting would be valued at.
In today's market, would retail for $8,000 to $10,000 depending on the store, and that's because of the collectible dial.
Thank you.
30 years ago when I started in business, this is what I hunted for.
These Confederate colonels' watches carry a rich history, encapsulating a moment in time that blends military legacy with exquisite craftsmanship.
That's true. These two watches are the sorts of watches that you would see carried during the Civil War, and there is much interest among people to find a watch that was actually used during the Civil War.
The first watch is a commemorative piece, personally commissioned by Henry K. Burgwin's mother after the war, marking a significant chapter in history. Henry Burgwin was a Confederate colonel in the American Civil War who was killed at the Battle of Gettysburg. One interesting feature of this watch is the inscription on the back, which honors Henry K. Burgwin's bravery at the Battle of Gettysburg. Though this watch on display is not of English origin, the exquisite enamel portrait reveals its Swiss origin.
We know it's Swiss. The Swiss were very, very good at doing enamel painting.
However, the second watch is English, crafted by the renowned London maker Frodsham. Charles Frodsham was a renowned English horologist who founded Charles Frodsham & Co., which holds the distinction of being the longest continuously trading chronometer manufacturer in the world. Remarkably, the quality of this watch is exceptional and its craftsmanship superb. The Swiss watch at auction, given its exquisite enamel work and historical provenance, would be valued at
about $15,000.
At auction, this Frodsham watch, given its fine quality and rich provenance, would be valued at
about $10,000. Wow, that's good.
This tiny watch may have counted decades, but today it could count cash instead. The guest inherited this exquisite piece from an uncle with a deep passion for collecting fine timepieces.
Contractor in California. He traveled extensively, and he only had daughters, so he passed it on to us. We tried to get it cleaned a couple of times.
Determined to preserve its legacy, the guest had it carefully cleaned and restored in Switzerland, ensuring it remained in pristine condition. One glance at this wristwatch is enough to recognize its distinguished pedigree. It hails from none other than PATEK Philippe, one of the most revered Swiss watchmakers. Founded in 1839 by Anthony Patek and Adrien Philippe, the company has built a reputation for crafting exclusive, fully handmade timepieces of the highest quality. This particular piece is a Calatrava Disco Volante yellow gold vintage men's watch, model 2251, first introduced in 1954. The serial number dates its production to around 1960, placing it firmly in the golden era of Swiss watchmaking. What sets this model apart is its automatic movement. Featuring an oscillating wheel and a screw-down caseback, a rare and valuable combination.
Now, the screw-down back was a fairly innovative thing for Patek Philippe because it made the watch water-resistant. Most watches during the late 50s and early 60s, if it got wet, it was going to go through and you'd end up ruining the watch. So this particular one is water-resistant.
I didn't know that.
Turning the watch over, the appraiser reveals a breathtaking detail. The movement's rotor is fully guillocheed and made of 18-karat gold, a hallmark of fine craftsmanship. Inside, the movement bears the prestigious Geneva seal stamp, a mark of exceptional quality, and houses approximately 30 jewels to reduce friction and enhance precision. This rotor powers the watch with effortless motion, a feat of horological engineering designed to stand the test of time.
So what makes the watch work is that little rotor continues to spin, and that's what will power the watch. So if you're wearing it every day, the watch will continue to work day after day after day.
The appraiser also highlights the stepped-down case, a distinctive feature that adds to the watch's vintage charm, along with its elegantly sculpted lugs. The dial itself is another standout element, featuring a subsidiary seconds dial at 6 o'clock, a design choice that was significantly more expensive to produce in this model. With all these remarkable features combined, this Patek Philippe wristwatch is set to command an estimated auction value of.
It probably today in a retail setting has a value of $18,000 to $20,000.
Great, that's wonderful. It's a sentimental piece.
A little more than you were thinking?
Yes. Oh yes.
These watches are not just timepieces, they are exquisite works of art, each telling a story of craftsmanship, history, and timeless elegance. Crafted by the renowned E. Howard & Company, these watches embody exceptional precision and timeless craftsmanship. E. Howard & Co., founded in 1858 by Edward Howard and Charles Rice following the closure of the Boston Watch Company, quickly became renowned for its precision timepieces and innovative craftsmanship. Howard watches are highly collectible due to their exceptional craftsmanship, rarity, and rich historical significance in the world of horology. These watches are not only stunning examples of American gold craftsmanship, but also epitomize the pinnacle of industrial design at its finest. The first watch features a box-hinged multicolor case, a hallmark of classic American craftsmanship. When opened, this watch reveals an exquisitely painted dial, adding to its charm and elegance.
The watch is decorated with diamonds and is about as heavy as you would want a watch to carry.
Similarly, the second watch mirrors the features of the first, maintaining the same level of craftsmanship and design.
This particular watch, in a scallop shell case, if we open it up, we can see it's got a black dial, which is very, very rare.
What truly distinguishes these watches is their exquisite craftsmanship and pristine, untouched condition of their cases, making them rare treasures for any collector. At auction, each of these watches with their exquisite designs is expected to have a pre-sale estimate of.
As a pre-sale auction estimate should have an estimate of around $8,000 to $10,000 each, which compares to an ordinary Howard that's worth perhaps $2,000 or $3,000.
The item on display is a 1969 Rolex Explorer watch, acquired by the guest's father during a stopover in Hong Kong on his way to Vietnam.
He wore it all through Vietnam and gave it to me when I graduated high school. And I wore it while I went through the Naval Academy and to Iraq and through a 20-year career in the Navy. And I'm planning to pass it on to one of my kids at some point in the future.
This timepiece is a Rolex Explorer 1, a model that has been in continuous production since 1953. Rolex, one of the world's most iconic and prestigious watch brands, is renowned for its craftsmanship, innovation, and timeless design. Founded in 1905 by Hans Wilsdorf and Alfred Davis in London, the company later relocated to Geneva, Switzerland, where it remains headquartered today. Hans Wilsdorf, a German-born entrepreneur, co-founded Rolex with his brother-in-law, Alfred Davis, in London, focusing on importing Swiss movements and casing them in high-quality metal. Unlike Rolex's larger sports models, the Explorer maintains a more understated profile while remaining highly sought after by collectors. This piece is highly popular and features a Jubilee Swiss bracelet from Rolex, though the bracelet was likely added later. Furthermore, the appeal of this watch lies in its simplicity, as it lacks a date function, making it less complicated.
Do you know why your father picked the Rolex and the Explorer model in general?
I don't.
I know you mentioned he didn't like he liked that it didn't have a calendar.
Correct. But other than that, no, I don't know. That's what he liked. Unfortunately, he passed away in 2010.
Another standout feature is its high-contrast black dial with luminous numerals, ensuring excellent legibility in low-light conditions.
It would glow in the dark, so if he was working at night, he could easily see what the time was on it.
Given its interesting provenance and high quality, this particular wristwatch would command a price of
$12,000 to $15,000 is what it would sell for.
That's awesome. Thank you.